Well, I figure everything there, like, to be
The one thing I would say is you probably should be a D8 with partial caster progression so that casters can use it.
Mm-hmm.
As annoying as casters are to you, but...
Well, no, like, it's also not even just that. The other thing is that, like, just stylistically for their race, one of the themes with the Queens
stream should be up.
The thing is they are partially like a evolution of their race.
Yeah. Just the thing is, see, this goes into some of the weird classes that came out of the old Paragon classes rebalanced into not retarded things.
Mm-hmm.
They were retarded things, especially the fucking human Paragon. Which, you want to know something funny? Remember how I mentioned earlier that the half-elf is quite possibly the worst race in 3rd edition?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is only true if your GM doesn't allow Paragon classes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right, because didn't they have, like, that weird, like, Blade Song thing? Like Blade Dancer?
No. The thing about Paragon classes is Paragon classes are classes that are tied to a race. Human Paragon, Elf Paragon, and so on. So the half-elf has the unique ability to take both the human and elf Paragon.
Mm-hmm.
Which was like the only reason that half-elf was at all usable.
Both of which were the best Paragon classes on the entire list. You took 1 level of a spellcaster, and then you took 6 levels of Paragon, because they were 3-level quasi-prestige classes.
Mm-hmm.
And you end up being you end up with 5 levels of caster ability, 4 extra stat points, 2 of which are in dexterity, but that's what you would have put 2 of them in anyway. 2 of which are in whatever the fuck you want to put them into. Extra class skills that are always class for you forever. Regardless of what class you're taking levels in.
Mm-hmm.
Up there.
Fucking Paragon classes were ridiculous.
Alright, guys. So, guys, you work on that now, or do what Zai said and me and have him work on it, and then you double-check things?
Either works. It's not difficult. The thing I'd recommend is probably 2nd and 4th level give +1 level of Divine or Arcane, just as a progression so casters don't get fucked.
Mm-hmm. I know how it works.
Yeah, Zai knows what I'm talking about.
Well, how's that normally put on the table?
It has
its own column. Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully I can actually change how this is.
I mean, you can just put it in the class abilities section if necessary.
Well, I have the table set up on the Drive document, just...
It's an additional column called spells per day.
So...
Even though that's not actually quite how it works, but whatever.
Right now I'm trying to see if there's a way for me to edit the... Okay, insert column. There we go. And you should have said what, spells per day?
Yeah, that's what the column's called. It's an inaccurate descriptor, but it was what it's called.
So how does it... You said...
Yeah, I'll just type it out.
Okay. Okay, and for which ones?
Probably level 2 and 4. Prestige classes that give it at level 1 tend to be slightly wonky and unbalanced. It doesn't need to be great for spellcasters, just so they don't get fucked.
Yeah.
Besides, best ability coming at level 5, Yeah.
Where it's like, oh hey, like basically free restoration spells on members of your own race if it's kind of long process.
Basically ritual casting of said.
Yeah.
5th edition did a really cool thing of making that a thing. So 5th edition, a bunch of spells have the mark of ritual. If you ritual cast them, they take 10 minutes longer or double their length, whichever is longer, but they don't expend a spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool thing that they put in 5th edition. Good for things like dumb shit that shouldn't be expending a spell slot, but you might want it to if it was in combat for reasonable balance, like fucking Tensor's floating disc. Like, does that really seem like something worthy of expending a spell on? It's a great spell, but... Oh, Tensor's floating disc, the silly thing. Also known as the Sky Surfboard. I mean, what? Yeah. Do.
And you said it's level 2 and 3?
2 and 4.
Ah.
Space part. Basically, normally it's space part every other.
Hmm.
And starting on 1 is a bad idea because it just means that dipping into it, if anyone is a slime kid, would be no brainer.
Yeah. To be fair, also, if you just do that and then kind of don't go through
the
with
GM should bitch slap you.
Yeah. He'll need a perfectly good excuse to, because it's like, you, at that point, you're kind of betraying the trust of the rest of your race.
There are cases where you might not be advancing through it at full speed.
Yeah, but like just completely dropping it, because again, if you just completely drop it, because you have to build up, like you are specifically being trusted with such an honor and responsibility.
I mean, you can make a thing for that. You can make a thing where if they're not considered, properly doing their duties or helping out their race consistently, then they lose their class abilities. Same way like paladins and monks do, if they have alignment issues.
Barbarian, too, actually.
Yeah.
The really awkward moment when you accidentally become lawful as a barbarian. I have actually had it happen to a barbarian at a party. He put on a helmet. It turned out to be a helmet that makes you lawful evil. To be fair, he had the best reason for putting it on. He had just literally ripped it off of the head that he had ripped off of the bad guy.
So why did he put it on?
He was claiming it as a trophy.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Look, he was intelligent.
You mount trophies on the wall, not on your head.
But Zai, it was his hat.
That's what you have the head for. Jeez.
But you can't wear the guy's head on top of your own hat.
Oh,
yes, you can!
I have seen a barbarian do that also.
Listen, it's called a skull cap for a reason.
That's not why it's called a skull cap!
It is when you're a barbarian!
God fucking damn it. I mean, that is what barbarian is currently doing with a Hydra skull. But...
See? See?
Like, they literally just took the Hydra skull.
Make sure to compliment him on his skull cap, Kaze.
I'm afraid that his Hydra head skull codpiece means no. No. No.
Fucking fish people!
We actually got to the point where we had to, the GM had to start telling him that he had to actually remove pieces of decoration to add more.
Also, cause I just realized you probably need this.
Oh. YouTube, huh? Huh, okay.
Yeah, he started streaming there, which to be fair, like, it's been doing well.
Oh, it works great for everything except for actual streaming as a streamer. The interface is just not good for it. It is a very, very good streaming video function. It's just the chat function and the miscellaneous functions are kind of crap. Which, to be fair, it's YouTube. Is that really surprising? They sort of just slapped them on there. Oh, this game. This game is weird and awesome.
Yeah. That guy's dead.
Slowly, gently.
Suck it.
This is how a life is taken.
But yeah.
Formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Wait. Why would you be going with the plan of working on another one, overlook it if we're already all three here, we could just all work on it?
Because I'm not working on it currently.
Well,
He's stabbing things.
well, yeah, but I'm the one who's doing all the typing anyway. Like, I can just type down what you two say.
I'm not going to have enough brain power to focus on Darkest Dungeon and preventing all of my people from going insane forever, and that, nerd.
Here's a fair point.
But
The
at
amount
that,
of insanity in this game.
but at that point, then you're not playing Darkest Dungeon correctly.
I didn't say I would succeed, nerd. I just said I needed to try.
I actually just remembered several things.
Banana for Fama?
Fucking, at one point, Kaze, recently, when I was trying to find stuff on this game, because I was curious if this game actually has a loss condition. Apparently, no, it doesn't.
Nope.
And I saw people bitching that it made the game like, oh, there's no stakes whatsoever.
Yeah, but there's
And
a
it's
point where you
too
can't
easy.
really do anything.
There's the lives of all your men.
Like,
and
if
women.
all of your men die, you basically are starting over.
Yeah.
Like, that is basically a lose condition because it doesn't require a pressing new game.
Yeah. But no, unless you actually get a game over screen, then it doesn't matter.
It just doesn't bother because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, like,
New game
like,
would be the same as if you
yeah.
fucked up really bad.
I know, like this, like that's what someone actually pointed out. It's like, by your like, game over. Like honestly, if it bother you with a game over screen isn't really much different because all you'll do is either hit continue or load your save, and there you go. Because this is the same guy was also complaining that there was like the Dark Souls games were too easy because there was no actual game over because you just respawned almost immediately.
Sorry, I'm laughing at this conversation about which civilizations are overpowered, and I actually know who to watch out for in this game, because one of them actually understands who is more broken than the three people that everyone banned, but only if you actually know how to play them.
Which means he probably knows how to play them.
He is not playing them, but he just straight out saying, it's like, I'm more worried about that bullshit over there. That is, to be fair, the first civ that I really latched onto. I've also stopped playing it because A, it feels kind of silly. Oh my god, why do I have like 7 great people before anyone else has any? And 2, people keep teaming up on me when I play. Because they get kind of pissed when I've had 4 great people in a row and they've had 0.
I wonder why.
Now that great people are a finite resource between everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, semi-finite. Ironically, I'm playing the counter-civ to them now. Brazil. Who gets less reamed over when that happens. Oh, fuck yes. This start.
So
Comfy.
Also, Kaze, I'm going to assume that, well, no, wait, no, you wouldn't see those people unless I was trying to look through Civ 6 forums.
What?
People trying to claim that Egypt is overpowered.
Oh, they actually are one of the better civs this game, but...
Yeah, but I still can't quite see overpowered.
I'd say they're probably, if you're gonna go tiering, probably B tier.
Well, yeah, like, they're good, but it's like, the only reason I could see people possibly calling them overpowered is, like, not expecting money to be a thing.
measure.
Um,
Awarded to the brave and the
Civ
foolhardy
6, I mean,
alike.
honestly, that's not most of their advantages. I mean, yeah, it's where their advantages when they trade with other civs, but that requires you actually be friendly with another civ, so most people don't care.
If only treasure could
To be
staunch
fair,
the flow
people keep forgetting that
of
city-states count.
worldly corruption.
But yeah, like, Egypt might be A tier if you have consistent luck at actually getting city-states next to you. But that can be a bit erratic. On the other hand, I just got one of my favorite types of starts is Brazil. Not overpowered, just pleasant.
Brazil.
Handsome reward.
Hill
Well
bananas.
performed.
Hill nanas.
Wait, so what are you doing here? Oh, searching for shit.
Yep.
Stream seems to have just broken for me and decided to stop working.
If you're getting a little spinny theme, just jump the scan bar forward.
Weird. There shouldn't even be a scan bar.
Well, it's because whenever you because it auto records all the streams and auto uploads them.
Yeah, I know. Just that's why they're getting bugs like that. To be fair.
Well, it's due to the DVR mode, which allows people to rewind while the stream is in progress.
Yeah.
Which, I guess I could turn that off.
Twitch also does that, but does it in a way that doesn't cause weird bugs. To be fair, YouTube, they did sort of just throw together the streaming out of their already existing player. Which, considering it works as well as it does, is, pretty damn good, but... Oh, hello, Mount Kilimanjaro. You are not as overpowered as you were in the last game, but I do like finding you this early. Ooh, and a defensible location? Hello, that's my second city. Especially when I got double fucking hill bananas. Hella.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Aha, the trap has been disarmed. Masonry. What if I do? Bronze working. Feels a little bit weird rushing bronze working for scientific reasons. Oh, damn. And some marsh rice. Damn, this is a lovely little start with nothing broken on it. Just robust. To be fair, I'm on it, so I guess there's not nothing broken on it. Nothing preventable when I'm playing the game.
Destroyed.
Okay. Do you like banana shake with that?
No.
Good. Because we're fresh now.
Decimated.
You are doing really well there. I take it you're a fairly well-equipped and leveled party.
Yeah, this party's level 2 right now, which is probably a bit overkill for this, but I need to get people up to level 3. I probably should have checked stuff like that before I did that, but whatever. More fights! More fights! Stress is becoming an issue on Reynolds, but... Oh, god damn it. Of course, my dude man gets stunned.
Oh, the lame version. That's caught. For a moment, I thought that was fucking sugar. Sugar is fucking crack.
Bang.
Ew. is going to be a very nice city. God, that reminds me of the one start I got that nobody knew what the fuck was happening, but I just exploded across the map. So, they need to balance all of the resources in this game badly, and hills. I got a start where I had spices and sugar.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
This means that from my first 5 tiles my city worked, I had no less than 5 resources being produced by the tiles each.
Gold, trinkets, and baubles.
Normal would be more like 3 or 4, or maybe 5 once improved. Mostly 3 or 4. And then there's tiles that are worth 2, and they may be worth more.
Surprise, motherfuckers!
You know, that's not
Wow.
necessarily true by some people's, God, that gets weird. Fucking Northern Island.
I don't know, it's clearly straightforward just how much of Japan is Japan.
Except for then you have the northern fucking islands that are both Japan and Russia.
Clearly the clearest.
The way is lit.
Well, Russia claims them rather aggressively, and they kind of don't really like either.
No, attack me. There you go. Pow.
Okay, why do I keep seeing things about apparently, like, some dog having died? Like, apparently, like, get some, like, a dog named Gabe died, and, like, I keep seeing people go, like, oh, like, in condolences, and etc.
Meme
and, like,
garbage,
sad
I assume.
montages, and...
Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna pick up the gold. Okay, now. Mania. God fearing.
But that is not what I fucking...
Yeah, you get
God, the camera in this game needs to be slapped across the face. Oh, Kilimanjaro. Damn, those are some nice tiles around you.
now time to walk all the way back to the breakpoint. This dungeon. Walk, walk, walk. I wish you could power walk.
Or dare I say, jog?
Or just like fast forward the walking animation when when backtracking.
Maybe if you had a way to travel in such a way that was fast.
Mm-hmm.
Bicycles! We need bicycles!
Can we just ride around on the fish people?
One does not simply bicycle through the darkest dungeon.
Quick, someone make a mod that has the jester riding around on a unicycle. It's not bicycling! It's not bicycling!
I just want one of those old-timey bicycles, damn it.
You mean the one?
Just a big
you mean
wheel.
The ones that, you mean one of the stupidest designs they could have possibly picked?
Yeah, those.
Like, even I know that feeds, like, a nightmare.
Look, there is actually a reason why that was the design. It has to do with gearing ratios, and the fact that gears at the time were expensive. The result is retarded, but there was a good reason for it. Not saying they should have designed it that way, I'm saying there was a reason they did. God, this design was retarded.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear. Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
Oh, right. So, Kaze. You know more about the older games than I do, right?
Which older games?
Fire
A few of
Emblem.
them. Oh lord, yeah, played them way back, including
Me-
some of the
me
Japanese
and-
ones with fan translations on them.
Yeah. Me and Zai were talking the other day about how they may do well or mess up on the roster for Fire Emblem Warriors. Mainly me being overly pessimistic.
Yeah, nerd
and-
being extremely
yeah.
pessimistic and paranoid.
Because, like,
And me reminding him that, they're gonna remember that games outside of Awakening and Fates exist, nerd. Like, come
Oh
on.
yeah, they will.
I know. It's
I
just,
mean, to be fair, Mark.
And it won't even just be Marth and Roy. Like,
Well, yeah, just god damn it, Marth, how many games have you been in?
well, like I was saying, like, I'm worried that it'll be like because
Have a
clearly they're
key.
going to have a bunch of the lords from the past games because they're like the main characters. I'm mainly worried for the non-lords.
You're probably going to have a bit of lords, their closest assistants, a few fan favorites, and that's probably about going to be the cast.
probably some child characters.
With a few of the lords just ignored it because, I mean,
No, but who gives a shit about Leaf?
yeah, that. Yeah, just that.
Like, also the other thing, because like the thing I was kind of worried about was, well, two things. One, them just going full popularity contest and going, and by extent mainly just going off Awakening and Fates.
No,
No.
they wouldn't.
And then the other thing
In fact, you're actually likely to see, you're likely to see one of the older knights brought in, because there really haven't been very many that were as popular as some of the past ones.
Oh god, I hope we get Wallace.
Yeah,
I'll be
like
honest-
that.
I'll be honest, I'm not a good example. Like, the only pre-Path of Radiance non-lord character that I can even remember is, like, Gonzalez. Which, to be fair...
'Cause Gonzalez
I hope
is
we
the
get
best.
Gonzalez!
I would love to have Gonzalez.
Surely in view. Or is it merely
Yeah, I'm not exactly
This
a good
thing do
indicator
again.
of remembering the older games.
Fair enough.
Jesus, how many of the goddamn, like, family crests have you gotten this expedition?
Not enough.
You have
Currently
34
36.
stacks.
I really wish I had a key for that secret door back there. But I used up all my keys.
another mariner?
And then the other thing that I was concerned about, that I was sort of concerned about, that to be fair, this is probably just me because the main two games I've played are Pirate Warriors 3 and Hyrule Warriors, which have a lot of oddball characters to take from, is them kind of running out of, like, distinguishable fighting styles.
No, there's no shortage of that. Especially when you hit some of the older games. Oh lord. Oh lord.
Nipped that in the
Or
bud.
more accurately, oh my goodness, some of the crap.
Nice.
There were
close.
some less than serious characters in a few of the older games.
Also, just consider how many classes there are, including like all the advanced classes
Yeah,
and stuff.
I
Like,
Yeah, I know. Like,
especially
I'm
across
probably
all the
gonna have-
games.
Get overconfidence.
Yeah, and the older ones had a lot more experimental classes in them.
yeah.
Like, oh god, what were some of the really weird ones?
Because, to be fair, so far all we know is that the only characters we're gonna have for sure are Marth, Crom, Corrin, Ryoma, and Xander. Because they, like, explicitly shown their swords, which I guess that's part of why it was weird, is, like, all they did, I think it was like, oh, here's all these, like, legendary weapons, and all of them were either Falchion or the three.
Well, they had 5
thing.
slots to fill, and those are going to be the most well-known legendary weapons because they actually have, like, generally full models. Like, remember that...
Ragdoll!
Yeah, well, they only had 5 slots, so they decided to go with the
Oh,
most
but
recent
why did-
games and Marth, because Marth is basically the poster boy.
Well, yeah, but then they could have taken off like Marth or Crom because you literally have the Falchion on there twice.
Yeah, but the two actually fought very different.
Yeah, I know, but no. I'm talking about full. Like, I'm not saying don't have both of them in the game. I'm saying when they did like the big reveal, they had Marth, Crom, and then 3 from Fate.
Because
Yeah,
Marth is
because they're the
Pikachu.
most recent, so that's what they're going to show
Yeah.
off right now.
Well,
The darkness holds
Like,
much worse.
literally speaking, they're showing that off because it's good marketing right now,
I
not because it's
know.
all they're going to put in.
I know.
Also because Marth is a Pikachu.
Yeah, Marth is fucking Pikachu.
I don't know. I'd take Pikachu or a fucking Marth.
Hey.
As much as you hate Pikachu for some ungodly reason,
Well, no,
like,
honestly, Marth was actually a decent character in the older games before he got, well...
you mean
He's fine as a character, even still now. It's just that he is the mascot character, so...
Apparently for what I've heard, apparently they did like try and make him like much darker and edgier in the games after his first chronological game.
Yeah, they did.
Like-
They did.
Like he was not very much not in like the original Fire Emblem and Shadow. Well, I don't know about original Fire Emblem. I can't imagine that game had much in the way of story.
Actually,
But
it's a fair bit.
even for a NES game,
Yup. It was one of the first
I know
games to start
because
doing that.
I know they added a ton more in the way of like story and stuff in Shadow Dragon, the remake. Though to be fair, because like the first game, like it wasn't until the game after the first one that they even added like supports.
But yeah, no, it actually had quite a bit. It was one of the first games to actually have some amount of significant plot. Just like literally, yeah.
To be fair, like it is the same console that also brought us the first Final Fantasy, which did have quite a bit of words, even if the story itself was really bare bone, was like really simple.
Yeah.
Until you discovered time travel, because JRPGs, it's never not time travel.
I mean, sometimes it's not. I mean, Tales games, but I mean, only 2 of those have major time travel. Wait, no, 3. 3. Sorry, had to think through a little.
Oh right, yeah, cause you never commented on. Oh hey, you could stop complaining about Awakening's tiny maps.
Also, Awakening didn't have necessarily tiny maps, it just had really fucking...
Small.
Yes, it did.
Kaze. Oh right, they did a announcement thing, Kaze, for there are apparently actually 4 Fire Emblem games on the horizon. You have
the quality is not going to be there if they keep trying to do this.
Well, no.
One of them is Warriors, which is made by an entirely different studio. One of them is the mobile game, which is also made by an entirely different studio.
And also, Kaze said mobile game, the maps are 8x6 universally.
Okay, that's retarded.
It's also
That's
basically like a
a
giant
mobile
all-star
game.
battle game.
Yeah.
And then you have a game for the Switch, which like we literally know nothing about other than the fact that it exists. Like its working title is still even just Fire Emblem for Nintendo Switch.
Yup.
And then the main project by the main team that they're working on is actually 3DS only and is the next sort of proper game, Fire Emblem Echoes, which from what we can tell is basically a remake / reimagining of Fire Emblem Gaiden. Complete with like dungeon crawling and shit.
I mean, that'll be awesome, but
yeah, like there's 4 projects, but at least 2 of them are not by even the same studio. It's just 4 titles for that franchise are on the way, and like
more sense.
hell, like the one for the Switch, they said like like this one like at the earliest isn't even gonna come out until like 2018.
To be fair, year 2 Switch, that'd be a good placement for a Fire Emblem game.
And then like, yeah, Echoes isn't even coming out on the Switch. It's coming out for the 3DS.
Yeah, I mean, I guess considering timing, look, Nintendo's trying to say the same thing they did for the Game Boy Advance when they released the DS, and I would bet money it's going to go kind of the same way. Oh, we're not replacing it. 2 years later, yeah. So we've discontinued the old one. I mean, this is kind of how it goes. Now, I mean, as people have said, the reason they're saying that is they're making sure to have backup in case the Switch is somehow a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Which I really don't see happening, but...
Hell, it's Nintendo. Even their consoles that generally go poorly aren't complete failures.
Yeah, like the second biggest failure they have is the Wii U, and it did okay.
Yeah.
The biggest failure they have was actually a failure.
Mm-hmm.
The Virtual Boy.
Oh, right, that thing. Can we really count that?
Yeah, sadly, yes. They put a huge amount of money into that. Yeah.
Like, so out of their entire history for late consoles, they've had literally only one actual failure.
Well, they've had a few awkward cases, too, where...
Well, to be fair, I guess they had the Micro.
Well, actually,
I liked the Micro.
It actually did well financially.
I have literally never seen a Micro in person.
No, that's the thing, is it didn't sell to the same audience.
Yeah, I know. It sold to, like Japanese businessmen, basically.
Yeah, and very small kids.
Yeah. The tiniest kids who could not physically lift a real handheld console.
But that being said, it sold so cheaply that it kind of went the same way that the PS2 Slim continued to go even after the PS3 was released. You know, because that happened. Oh boy, did that happen. Also known as Sony's great embarrassment, where their own console beat their own console.
Mm-hmm.
They double win.
And even then, it's not even the new console that beat the old console.
No, it's the old one that beat the new one through the majority of the lifespan of the new one. 60% of the PlayStation 3's life was dominated by the PlayStation 2.
Mm-hmm.
No other console maker has ever had that problem.
Sony.
Microsoft tried to, but even they can't fuck something up that bad.
So, Sony, breaking new grounds in complete ineptitude.
Kinda, yeah. Like, to put it in a point, right now, the Xbox One is a success. Yes, its market share is 33% of the market that it cares about.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is, I was actually...
But that's still solid.
I actually ended up... Actually, today, with the focus group that I got that ended up replacing the tabletop group, since they were like, you've been in this focus group only for, like, the last 2 years, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And we actually went over it, where it's like one of the it's like a society focus group, which I don't even know if that's really something I need or not, but whatever.
Actually, that would probably be helpful for you.
Hey.
The tide, one precocious village waif made it
anyway, they were talking about it, and like they went around. They were asking like, what do you view as like an important fact? Like a mark of a successful society, and my response, like everyone else was saying, like, oh, people are happy, it's a good place. My response was just, it's still around.
To be fair, that is a very important mark.
Yeah, and also like people actually wondered why, because it's like people are like, oh, you could have some place like Korea where it's a complete shithole, and it's like. Yeah, but you didn't ask what makes a good society. You asked what made a technically successful one.
Yeah,
it is possible for things to be bad and still be successful. Look at the movie industry.
Oh, that's a painful burn, sir. Youch.
Oh come on! Even I throw shit at Michael Bay's new shit.
Nerd, you are right. That is a sick burn. You might need to send them some burn ointment.
Motherfucker, I don't even buy ointment for myself. I ain't buying it for someone else.
Jeez.
But yeah, like, also as it, on a note, thanks to that same group, I am now the official leader of the Society of Humanitarians for the Non-Sequitorial Pop Culture Referential Arts.
Bring to life with a single
Nerd.
purpose.
How much do you get paid?
I don't know.
God damn it. Make sure you figure that out.
Our logo is just a stick figure man giving a thumbs up, because I am not an artist.
You should have just drawn a thumbs up.
I don't trust myself enough to do that.
I suppose that's fair.
But yeah, like...
I certainly wouldn't trust me to do that.
Like, to be fair, like I basically only ended up the leader of that group because like nobody else was stepping up. And to be like, it was like, oh hey, everyone come up with like draw like make a poster for like make up a society, make a poster for it, etc. Wow, your jester got hit hard.
Yeah, he got pretty fucked up.
Anyway.
Luckily, it's time for a sick guitar solo power slide!
Anyway, like, after things went on for about half an hour and us getting nothing, and, then on top of that, like, most of the recommendations we were getting that were recommendations were either saying, oh hey, like, just draw, like, a controller on there for no reason, or, like, stupid, like, whole jokes. I just...
It's time for my finale.
I just grabbed a marker and wrote on the poster board, just Society of Humanitarians for the Non-Sequitorial Pop Culture Referential Arts, and then wrote the acronym, and they're like, okay, come up with a logo. So I drew a stick figure giving a thumbs up.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Obliterated.
Clearly in view.
Let's see, so who has a bunch of garbage I want to get rid of? That would probably be good to get rid of if I could. Ah, damn it. I don't care how bad a gambler you are.
Oh, hello. The fuck did you 70 do? I've never seen that one. Oh. Well. Okay. Works for me.
Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. And again, I am doing a dark run, so...
One with the left, and I'll just settle down there.
Oh my god, the hunger mechanic in this game is retarded.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's also completely random, which is the worst part.
Yup.
Like, if it actually was, you know, calculated, even vaguely, fine, whatever. But the fact that it's random... I know, because I was playing earlier, I entered a room, walked one space out of that room, and then got the need for hunger. I went to the next room, walked one space out of that room. Hey, now you need more fucking food.
Yup. I've got the munchies.
Fuck it. They need to stop fucking smoking pot in their off time, apparently. Lol, that was so much hilarious overkill healing. Occultists are fun.
Does your jester even have 22 health?
Nope, he has 18.
Is his jester dead?
No, I healed him for 22.
Oh, well, that's... I guess he's at full health now.
Yes, yes he is. Ow. Stop stabbing me in the face, people. Ow! Stop fucking stabbing all my people in the face. You bastards. Oh, the guy who actually could be healed for 22 health, you only heal him for 6. Motherfuckers. Also, I've lowered their accuracy by 12, and I'm still getting beat in the face repeatedly.
Well, so I remember it's basically Gen 1 Pokemon, where the game itself cheats at itself.
Not often.
Also, not really in this game.
You know.
Aside
yeah.
from, like, the boss bullshit.
I don't know, Kaze. I'm not sure if you remember Blizzard's quote-unquote low accuracy. In Gen 1, where it was low for the player, but not for when the enemies used it.
That was a bug, as I recall.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Like...
God damn! He can uppercut you to death, you bastard.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I can't even remember what the fuck uppercut's like thing is.
It knocks a person back 3 spaces and can stun them.
Ah.
I did not want to use my campfire this early, but I might have to just because of how low her health is. So I can get rid of that. Yeah, fuck it. I'll camp, I guess.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Did I actually get iron? Horses either. Wow, this is less than ideal. And that's a problem with this game's design.
Wait, really? That's his line. I'm glad I attended a liberal arts university.
The light, the promise of safety. Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Oh, god damn it. Oh well, at least that shuffle actually isn't much of an issue. Now, us being surprised and thus every enemy going first is an issue, but... Alright, they don't actually do that, that's just when we get a surprise. Finale!
Unless I'm forced to go into war mode. Pip, fucking Ray.
A decisive pummeling.
Out of curiosity, why did you put out your own torch?
Because I'm doing a dark run, you get more loot. I wanted more loot.
The ground quakes.
Despite the fact the run's already not entirely going well as it is.
Honestly, this one's going fine.
You use your campfire 3 rooms in.
Yeah. But aside from that, it was going fine.
And you still have a boss to fight.
Yeah, well. I also get more crits.
This expedition at least promises success.
It's gonna be real awkward if you go through this whole place and it turns out the boss is in that room you passed.
No, it's not. The boss is always in the room farthest away from you.
Hmm.
That's convenient.
Well struck.
Oh, god damn it. Jesus!
Palpable fear.
Ow.
Well, at least he's not at death's door.
No, not yet. I mean, if I can get around to his turn, I can actually heal him, then he'd probably be fine. You know, as long as I don't heal for 0 and then start bleeding myself to death. As long as that doesn't happen, it'll be fine. There, see, it's fine.
Alright, that's another thing, Kaze. Lately I have been tempted to do something really terrible that I'm pretty sure not even I can manage to do right on accident. Homebrew an actual class.
Now, good luck. That gets a bit larger. Doable, but larger.
On top of that, the idea I had was for a somewhat silly, gimmicky class.
Wow, jeez, good luck. Those are hell.
Because what adventuring party can go without a swindler who can sell your excess broadswords to random wolves?
So you mean a bard?
You mean a rogue?
No, bard's better at that.
Like, wait. Like
You mean a sorcerer?
Also
Wait.
the druid and the ranger. In case of, wolves.
Like, basically, my idea was for a fucking, pseudo, joke class based around just money and merchantry.
Mm-hmm. Actually already exists, as I recall, in 3.5.
I know
It
there was
was in fact called the Merchant.
I don't think that was 3.5. I think that was 2nd edition, actually. The only...
3.5 had a lot of splat books.
Hmm?
A lot of splat books. A lot of splat books.
there's a homebrew one.
Well, not all of the splat books can be put online. Anything complete adventure, a complete series or later, is not actually open game license.
Let's see.
So a lot of that isn't available.
Oh. Archive.wizards. Oh, you're thinking of the merchant prints.
Maybe.
That
is entirely possible.
That like looks at all official.
You're not going to be able to find all of the official ones online. Several of them cannot legally be put up online. That's a thing.
Oh, it's a prestige class also. From the looks of it.
I know there is a base class that has that sort of thing going.
Oh,
for
dang it,
but
now my Hellion has scurvy. She's a barbarian, not a pirate. Oh my god, I fucking...
It was in some pretty out there splash, but...
Oh god damn it! I just got him back there!
Okay, you see, I'm looking at the merchant print stuff, because fuck it, and you see, I can already tell one ways where this is differing. Why would I bother to make the class serious enough to have arcane magic?
Fucking...
Also, I mean, I will also admit that purely one of the main inspirations for the class I go is the fucking merchant class from Bravely Default. Because they decided, you know what, the samurai shouldn't be the one that gets the ability to throw money to deal damage. Let's make the merchant, who can not only do that, but basically gives you an infinite inventory. They got the ability to buy and then immediately use pharmacy items mid-combat.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you need a full revive, but you need like a full I can't remember what the full party heal or full party revive item was called. I think it's like Phoenix Pinion or something like that. But
yeah.
One of those, just buy it and have it. Though to be fair, I think they also cost like double if you got them that way. Not to mention that they could like effortlessly hit the damage cap every turn. And remember, this is a game where you could do 4 churns in one.
That's a bit more. That one's a bit more surprising.
Well, because the theme is with the money throw ability, it's the damage it deals is your level times 100. Oh wait, no, they nerfed it in the second game so that it's only your level times 50. So you can't quite hit the damage cap anymore, which is saddening. But to be fair, you also spend the same amount of gold. You spend the same amount of gil as you do dealing damage. So you would literally be throwing away hundreds of thousands of gil a turn, or not hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands. Now, what other silly abilities did they have? Oh yeah, they could do the aforementioned able to sell items to random encounters. Oh, they could bribe enemies to just quit the fight, including bosses. Though if I remember right, I can't remember exactly how the mechanics.
Oh god damn it, occultist! I need you to fucking work with me here. Oh god damn it. Okay, yeah.
Well.
Yep, we're leaving.
Yeah, this run is over.
Lessons to be learned.
The one time I need him to fucking heal something.
Not only does he not heal them, he then causes them to bleed, which kills them.
No, she got killed by the enemies, but
Mm.
it would have been another death blow hit, which is basically bad.
Wait, why is tetanus a plus side?
It's not. It's -5 accuracy, -5% crit. It shows up in green,
Yeah,
not white.
Oh.
It's just kind of hard to
right,
tell
they were
through
sick.
the quality.
Yeah.
Well, and
if I
now
remember
the
right in Bringing
item
Fault,
I
like,
wanted is gone.
the... What's it called? The... Like, how much it costs to successfully bribe enemies. I forget how it worked. Either it cost an absurd amount of money if they were strong enough, potentially requiring multiple turns of bribing them at max amount. Because even if they didn't take the bribe, it still cost you the money.
Mm.
It was either that, or you had to guess the exact amount, not just go over.
Mm.
Oh right, I think they had. Oh god, right. They had another ability called Big Pharma, which let you use your healing supplies on enemies, and it forced them to pay you for a certain amount of gold based on the value of the item you used.
Nifty.
They just had a bunch of really silly abilities. I'm actually gonna look it up because I don't remember the full list. Well, like, ironically, they also made half-decent casters, because they actually had a B ranking in intelligence. Oh, right, they could do that. They could spend money to triple an ally's crit rate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, right, Big Pharma... Wait. Oh, no, right, that's different. Right, Big Pharma didn't actually make you use an item on them, it's just you just directly healed them, and then they paid you.
Mm.
Pharmacy let you buy the recovery item and use it. Oh, right, they had White Knight, which makes it so that... You remember the cover ability that knights have?
Yeah.
White Knight is the opposite of that, basically, where an ally will automatically protect the merchant. Though it does make it handy because you could get that ability and then put it on, like, your Black Mage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Hedge Risk, which makes you take half damage for 5 turns and lose the amount in money. Takeover is the Zenigage replacement. Oh right, it was absurdly expensive, but you could just buy churns. Well, sort of buy churns. You bought extra BP, which was that game's whole mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Speculate. Oh right, that doesn't even cost money, it's just it doesn't give a full description, but it says has a 50% chance to deal double damage and a 50% chance to deal none.
Mm-hmm.
Oh right, More Money, which was a passive one that just you earn 50% more money at the end of battle. Oh right, you could if you they had an ability called Millionaire, which if you used it with the send command would let you just transfer money to your friends online.
Lol.
Big Pharma. Full leverage. For 5 turns, damage recovery and the HP, MP, BP required for actions will be double the usual for all allies and enemies. Low leverage, which is the opposite, which by having all that. And then payoff, which is you just spend money to buy off the enemy and in the battle, which you still get all the full rewards as if you had done the battle normally.
Lol.
So yeah, Merchant was pretty amusing. Not necessarily the most useful class, but definitely amusing.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy all.
Lol, this person's only played Civ 5 properly.
Mm-hmm.
They're spamming archers and assuming they solve all problems.
Well, what doesn't it?
Not in this game.
If only treasure
But I don't understand. How's that fair?
otherworldly
I don't know,
corruption.
if I'm using mounted units to mince your archers into little pieces.
But that's not fair.
That's not fair at all.
Wait, what's this class?
Wealth
Oh, they actually added a female version of the Crusader? Or is that
Nope,
just what
I
they're
downloaded a
calling
mod
now? Oh, okay.
that added
I was
this as a
confused
color
for a minute.
palette.
Well, clearly, Zai, now you must look for a mod that changes the Houndmaster to just look like the POW for Metal Slug.
As
No.
the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted,
Also, there isn't one that does that.
made clear.
Aw.
Hey, they finally started building ant units to try to counter the shit I'm doing.
Hey, it's not gonna work.
It's a bit late.
They're not me. They can't just spawn an army.
Honestly, that's what I did for half of my army. I mean, look, I had the money to buy 2 units, and I was in the middle of shit. They're right on my borders. I need to do something about this. Admittedly, them being on my borders was more my fault than theirs, but I didn't really have a choice either.
Yeah.
You know.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands. As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Why do I get the feeling that Houndmaster and Arbalester is a really dangerous combo?
Well, Arbalest is just really powerful, and Houndmaster is good just because they can attack any row with Hound's Rush from anything from second back, which is really good. Also, they have one of the most reliable and potent stuns in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Oh,
Now
shit, I can do
that motherfucker is a problem. Should be able to finish that
The
off.
enemy crumbles.
Good.
Yeah, for some reason I just assumed that the primary target was going to be the fucker in the back.
Yeah, he's a problem. Why do I even have this skill?
So the funny part is, people were actually warning everyone else about this guy, and I kind of decided to murder him before that even came up.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, does he have a reputation for being an asshole?
No idea! But he's in the way, so I'm murdering him.
Back to the
Clearly they did not spend enough time warning him about you.
No! I would agree to that statement. Someone actually doesn't
People
really
can warn someone about Kaze enough?
No.
Yeah, that's what I
Maybe
thought.
One of the biggest obsessies of the series since the early days. Well, to be fair, you kind of are, compared to everyone else I know.
God damn, this guy's actually not doing a bad job of countering me after I took one of his cities.
their formation. is
Actually,
broken.
kind of in a standstill here.
Begin the offensive.
Well, that's a first.
I mean, he immediately lost one of his most valuable cities. That's how the war started. Was, yeah, you know that important city? It's mine now. Fair, it was also too close to my fucking capital. So, you know.
But did it fall from the sky?
No.
And you're still better off than I tend to be in those games.
To be fair. I need to start upgrading my archers into crossbowmen, but I can't actually quite afford that right now. My army's kind of eating most of my money. As armies are wont to do.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I actually wouldn't mind if they kill that unit. That's the one they want to take. I'm okay with that. That's the one they decided to take. That was a very big mistake. Why did you put your horse unit in the way of my anti-horse unit?
Because you won't stop rhyming.
No, that's not a thing happening right now. I think this war has actually hit a reasonable standstill. I think this guy's production is actually good enough for that. I mean, I'm mincing his units up 1.5 of his units per one of my units, but...
How have you not explored that? Wait, oh, there's less than 10 rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Unbalanced.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Start building crossbowmen. I don't think I can win this, but maybe I can stalemate him. Oh, those rare moments where I'm actually talking about stalemating somebody. Oh, actually, no, I need to that's probably gonna get killed for it. Oh, I used one of my ranged attacks. Ah, fuck off.
Be gone, fiend.
Oh.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten. glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood. Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home. A fortune waiting to be spent.
Man, this is gonna end badly for me. I've invested way too much into this. This guy actually started fighting back. Took him a while, but he is. I didn't really have a choice. I really fucking hate Pangea. I have joined that party because now there is actually a better option.
Oh man, the reason people have already done Pangea is because it's always been the best option.
Okay. I need that.
I mean, to be fair, what I said is also technically true, but not by a high standard.
Oh fuck! No, I know what I need to do. Yeah, that's what I needed. His special units that are dying anyway. Oh, now he's being condescending because he's actually gaining ground. Yeah, that's a Sith flare. As it is.
That's civilization. Whippity whippity whip.
What an asshole!
Another one falls.
Maybe I am going to lose this,
Seize
but
this
not
moment.
because of him.
Push on to the task's
I'm
end.
going to lose this because of Poland, that giant pile of horsemen about to run through my backside.
As opposed to man horses about to run on your backside. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Annihilated.
Well, I now have groceries on the way, so I shall now go get ice cream.
Okay.
So I will be back. Because I'm an idiot.
They're rending me for their old gods. Nerd, help.
Old for the old gods.
They're rending me.
Well, while you do that, I'm gonna go get ice cream.
No.
I'm done here. I fucking hate Pangea. Well, at least I died to being double taken. To be fair, I was the aggressor. I actually deserved it.
Success so clearly.
I hold no ill will. Except for the, you know.
Except for all that ill will that made you go to war in the first place. But aside from that, I mean, you know, no ill will at all.
More just the particular spawning of Pangea kind of dropped us too close to each other, as it often does. Pangea has problems with that. Because,
Wow.
you know, on top of being Pangea, they made all of the maps 15 to 20% smaller.
I just got someone who got both a positive quirk, a negative quirk, and a disease in the same level.
And, well,
I'm not sure if I should be impressed or not. Like,
I mean,
Women and men.
I guess he gets
soldiers and
around.
outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
all aspiring corpses. Well, at least your treatment ward's empty.
Yeah, I haven't been having too much issue with that. That shield is so worthless, but...
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Yo, I ended up getting stabbed in the back, which was kind of appropriate because, honestly, I was being the aggressor, so someone else decided to intercede.
For once, you were on the other side.
Yep, and completely deserved it, and... Yeah, well, okay. Fair enough. He was getting, apparently, the other very nervous. I was going to mow through him, too, afterward.
Okay, so I
Not
have
intense,
2
too, but it is
lepers,
a valid
2
concern. He decided
crusaders.
to be so active and to
I
whip the
had
forces.
2 hellions.
I mean, it's Poland, so that's appropriate.
I guess I could get another one.
Wish I had gotten horses. That whole fight would have gone completely differently. The problem is, to actually use horse units, you have to get 2 horse resources. 2! Hey. Not like that bit of balance. Mostly because it's just pure random chance if you have access to an entire tree of units.
Get another Vestal, because I need another one of those.
Back.
Okay.
So I need those for weapons, but I don't really need the weapon upgrades right now, so screw it. I'll do that. So I'll grab another Jester, another Hellion, and another Highwayman. So now I have 2 of every class, except for Abomination and Man-at-Arms, and I have 3 Vestals. So I'll probably look for another Man-at-Arms, because I only really need 1 Abomination. Which I should actually probably...
Like I could see having to, just so you have a backup in case one of them, like, is getting a disease removed or something.
But I don't really, like, need to have an Abomination on a team, is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, the Abomination and the Houndmaster basically take up the same slot and do similar roles, so I have 2 Houndmasters if I can't bring my Abomination along. Okay, so let's go fight a boss again, because we can. Who should we bring to fight the boss?
I'm back.
Fight the boss.
I think that's enough
Actually,
tonight.
I'm gonna have to wait on the boss.
I'm the aggressor and lose. I think that's a good time to stop.
Ooh, that would be useful. Yeah, I'll go to the cove. Alright.
You know, I just thought of something. Like, I know it's probably a dumb question to ask because you could easily, like, fluff a cleric or a paladin into the role. But I'm curious, has there ever been, like, a Templar class?
Yes, there has. It was a prestige class, but yes, there was. And it is kind of a halfway between cleric and paladin, frankly.
Well, that's what I figured they would be, considering that Templars were like the police of the church.
They also had a touch of rogue dashed in. Yeah.
But to be fair, if you wanted like holy rogue, you'd do like Inquisitor, sort of.
Well, yes, that's for the full-on package. They were. They more had the social aspect of rogue tagged on.
Yeah.
One moment. If I remember correctly. Let's see if I can... Oh, that's a homebrew. The problem is there are so many classes and sidebooks that can't be posted online.
Yeah.
So fucking many. It wasn't just called Templar was the other thing. Thinker, yeah, Pious Templar.
Pious.
Pious, whatever. Yeah.
That seems like a little bit of a redundant name, but whatever.
A little bit. It was accessible at level 5. Oh, right, yeah, and you had to have taken levels of cleric. Basically, it turns your ability to turn undead up to 11.
Mm-hmm.
You were basically meant to be the bane of undead.
Hmm.
Well, yeah.
Honestly, in Pathfinder, if they wanted to do it, I think par for Pathfinder, I could see it more them basically taking Inquisitor and making it more bashy instead of more roguey.
Mm-hmm. God. It's... like... It's a level of... Basically, yeah. Basically, they were built to enforce the laws of good... mostly good deities. But...
Like, it's mainly, like, in reality, it's more, like, I mean, that's what they were designed for in, like, D&D. Like, in reality, it's like they are just, like, the police / enforcers of insert church here.
Properly, they were the military of the church. Technically, the full thing was Knights Templar. Templar
Right.
is actually an abbreviation.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay, so this is a long mission. Oh, shit, this is a long mission.
See, if you hear 5th edition, that's just basically Vengeance Paladin. Look, they get Zone of Truth as a fucking bonus spell.
Mm-hmm. Because you forget, our group doesn't do,
Oh, I know.
5e.
Just... Oh, 5e is delicious.
You know, the parts of it that are there.
Well, I mean, most of it's there. It's so badly organized. Very, very badly organized. That and, I mean, some just not ever really been playtested, which is the bigger problem. The spellbook. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like...
To be fair, Kaze, from what I could tell, Monty Cook still worked on, 5th edition.
Oh yeah, but nobody worked on the spellbook. It was thrown together in a weekend while drunk. So
Yeah, which with how broken it is, I wouldn't be surprised if, again, Monty Cook.
No, it was literally basically the interns throwing shit together rapidly because they were told it releases in 7 days. Fuck you. Basically...
One of the worst tones of the fucking game.
Okay, look. Basically, what happened is...
Well, before you get into the big explanation, let me go put this bowl away real quick.
Torches, torches. Plenty of torches.
Yeah, well, it is a long mission, so have to make sure.
Oh, yeah. Ugh, and all the food. Hey.
Okay, I'm back.
So as it goes,
Wow,
through
that's...
most of the developments, they had not been given a deadline, and they did a big year-long playtest, and apparently someone up in exec basically assumed that 4 weeks after the main playtest ended, the game would be ready to ship.
That's not how it works.
That's how they did it.
That's not how it works.
So
That's how they did it.
Actually get all but 2 categories of things fully playtested and working. One of which is unfortunately the spellbook. The entire spellbook is a last-minute set of revisions that were never tested. And spells thrown in there to fill it out without
God
any
fucking...
testing at all. So yeah, that's the thing. So, and to mark just how badly this went, did you hear about the first release of books? The first printing?
Like the actual printing, or?
Yeah, they had to replace all of them.
Mm-hmm.
They were rushed through the publisher so quickly that they used an off-publisher to print the book, and all the bindings fell apart.
Jesus.
Really badly, too. Like, within weeks... One moment, because I've seen them myself, but... Oh my god, the binding was bad. To the point where many people, may have gone to, measures to fix it. Yes, people did this. Oh wow, that's... Give me the actual image. Ignore that. Wait. This is what people had to do because of how bad the binding was. It was not hard to do this because that's how bad the binding was.
Wow.
The bindings literally just immediately fell apart.
Wow.
The glue was bad and had not penetrated deeply enough. So, both bad and also, despite these being like $60 books on release, though their price came down rapidly after, they were just glue bound. They were not fabric bound.
Well.
And this is a pretty thin book, honestly. The Player's Handbook and Monster Manual and DMG are thinner than in any previous edition since 2nd, and those things are fucking tiny. Like, it's what, only, I think it's even 300 pages. Let's see, yeah, 293, though that's actually missing a couple, but yeah, it's about 300 pages. 316 page book. How big was 3.5? Because I know it's bigger. Also, it's made out of nicer paper, which is a bit thicker.
Missed a trinket slot.
Where
Oh
are my
well.
PDFs? Where are my PDFs? Oh, hell, I can just use the listing.
Okay, now generally with the explore 90% of rooms, on the large maps you can skip about 3. So, I'm gonna do that. And hope I don't have to backtrack all the way through the dungeon.
Oh, technically it's only 2 fewer pages in the 3.5 book. Just the lower quality paper makes you think it's a lot less.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, those 3.5 books were fucking indestructible. Jeez.
Yeah, I actually had one of them.
Yeah, and they held together pretty damn nice.
I still have 2 of them.
Yeah, and
I have the
they're
Player's
designed
Handbook
good,
and I have a Monster Manual.
Yeah, and again, the binding holds together pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the later printings too, which many of those were actually fabric bound. Because Wizards realized that they could sell it for another $10 and it cost $1 to do. You know.
A decisive pummeling.
The good news is when they replaced them, they did actually do a low-grade fabric binding. Kind of as an apology? Because that was...
We're sorry.
Well, they
Sorry.
actually overcharged people in the first 6 months for the fucking books. Like, I don't remember what the book costs now.
I just realized the Man-at-Arms the only person in your entire goddamn posse that thought to bring a shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them's got a really gnarly guard, if I'm not mistaken. It's like the guy there on his arm.
Houndmaster.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, he has the big, like, leather gauntlet thing that you would use if you were, you know, consistently training attack dogs, for example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if it would necessarily help him too much from, like, weapons, but...
It's not, like...
Well, I mean, considering that it's, like, also old-fashioned, so it's, like, actually thick padded leather, so...
It's probably leather over metal, even.
Yeah, but it's still not quite a shield.
No,
No,
it's
but
more
it
of a
is close.
protective gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most of the other people have reasons. I mean, the cleric chick has to keep hold of her divine book, because that's basically how she casts spells and heals.
Oh yeah, like
The
I'll
wizard
say,
is
but,
a
like,
wizard. He's probably not even proficient with shields.
Yeah, but I mean, like, out of every single class in the game, I think the
Yeah,
man-at-arms
and
is
I'm-
actually the only one with a shield.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure all the other classes generally have reasons why they don't have shields. The Crusader and Hellion both use two-handed weapons. The Abomination doesn't actually use weapons. The Leper also uses a two-handed weapon.
To be fair, his is...
The Bounty Hunter uses a one-handed axe and a big fucking hook.
To be fair, the Leper, it's a little small compared to the
Well,
other
it's because
two.
the tip is broken off, but it's really broad. And he also still wields it two-handed, so...
Yeah. It's mainly, it's more broad than actually long.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. You can two-hand with a longsword if you want. Heck, you can two-hand a short sword if you want.
Well, you can't two-hand a short sword properly. Long swords were specifically designed as hand-and-a-half weapons.
Well, I was more talking about, like, D&D wise.
Actually, no, you can't.
You can just choose to hold a weapon with two hands to gain the 1.5 strength bonus.
No, you can't.
I
Weapon
actually...
must be suitable to use said in that manner, unless you want to take the
I think it was...
improvised weapons penalty at that
I
point.
think, if I remember right, I think it's, I think it's non-light weapons.
Yeah, which
you can
short sword would be a
two-hand.
light weapon.
Yeah, short sword. Well, yeah, but yeah, short sword would be. Wait, is it? I thought it was just a common weapon, not a light weapon.
Oh,
Simple, not common. Hold on, I have the.
short sword is martial. I use short swords as a rogue constantly.
I know, that's why I'm confused, because I could have sworn it was simple, unless... Wait, I'm gonna go...
Nope.
I'm gonna go check, because I think Pathfinder might have changed it.
No, it did not. I'm sorry, nerd. Short sword is literally my favorite weapon over the years. It is a martial weapon that many classes that do not have martial proficiency have explicit proficiency in. It's under sword, short, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, it's martial, as it always has been.
God damn it, Bastard, you don't do this to me. Fucking... Oh, right, sorry, I was getting confused because I was mixing up, it being a simple weapon for it applying for, weapon finesse.
Light weapons cannot benefit from the two-hander modifier, which
Yeah.
almost all non-two-hand weapons are light in. Well, like, you have your hand-and-a-half weapons, like the longsword.
Well,
Which
one,
are called
well, there
as
are one,
one-handed.
well,
Which
there's
is just called
one-handed.
normal one-handed.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you have to actually be using a hand-and-a-half type weapon, which is that whole category.
Yeah, which that I knew I was just getting for whether they were martial or simple.
Yeah.
I was getting
Short
it.
sword, no,
I was getting it mixed up because I got it mixed up with its being able to be used with weapon finesse.
Nightmarish creatures can be
Because
it
most of the stuff for weapon finesse is like daggers and shit.
Well,
There's
no,
like
actually, there's a lot of other things on there.
There's several types of like dagger and other small weapons in like the short sword and rapier, and I don't remember the rest of the list.
Well, the short sword's still a light weapon. The only non-light
Yeah, I
ones
know.
are like, yeah, there's the rapier. There was a polearm of some kind at one point, but I don't think it's a Pathfinder.
I think it was one of the spears, or maybe the glaive.
It might be like the
It's a
short.
lay.
Like,
It was either like one of the. It was either one of the types of spears or one of the like weird exotic long arms.
I think it was a weird one that's a two-handed.
Maybe the Ransour. Just because who
what
the
else?
fuck remembers the Ransour?
Where the fuck is the marking? Oh, God damn it, Pathfinder.
Yeah, unfortunately Pathfinder doesn't have the marking for it. You have to go find the weapon
That's
finesse.
bad, because that should be in the special abilities thing that goes there.
Yeah, I don't actually know why they do that.
Spiked chain, rapier, whip, light weapon, elven curved blade, apparently in Pathfinder. I know 3.5 has a weapon that's a polearm that you can, though. I don't remember if it's a one-hand or a two-hand polearm, but I think it was a two-hand, weirdly enough. It was a really weird weapon.
Actually, I think the Elven Curved Blade is technically a two-handed weapon.
Yo, yeah, but it's also exotic, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
basically
it's-
a great sword scimitar.
Yeah.
With
So it is.
jetpack.
So yeah, it is exotic, but it is a two-hander that you can use finesse with.
Well, yeah, it's part of the whole Elven series of weapons.
Yeah, I know.
Argol and Pathfinder, they all had that property. Literally the whole
Yeah.
fucking list.
Blam.
I'm just trying to remember what other odd ones existed.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
It was called the Elven Court Blade back in 3.5.
Mm.
They had to rename it.
Ooh,
because
secret
copyright.
door.
Mm-hmm. Shit. Oh, Pathfinder had to rename it.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying D&D renamed it.
But here's the really long list of all of them. Let's see.
The light,
Elven,
the promise of
more
safety.
stupid elven things. Variant of that. Oh god, I forgot that weapon existed. Holy fuck. Oh, okay.
You okay there, Zai?
Trying to consider if I should fight a really hard mini boss or not.
Oh god, I forgot that that weapon fucking existed.
I don't know.
So nerd. The
Gonna go with no.
Oriental battle grappling hook
Wait. Oh god, right, they do have that.
called the fucking Kanwagda, which God Oriental Adventures was retarded.
Shh.
I no. Just no.
You'd be like out of any of us here. You'd be one of the two people who'd enjoy it for something other than courtesans. But
apparently there was a hammer called the Meteor Hammer,
Yeah,
which was basically
it's just a rock on a
long-
string.
Yeah. So there's that. Basically a lot of chain weapons.
Yeah.
A lot of chain weapons. Rope, dart, spike, chain, bladed chain, chain lash.
wait, wait. Do you mean bladed chain or the spiked chain?
There is also a bladed chain, which is just a spiked chain that does slashing instead of piercing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Dual wield both of them.
Honestly, the spiked chain always bugged me, mainly because when I first saw the name of it, I'm like, oh yeah, I could do like cool like Castlevania stuff, like whip people to death with a fucking chain with like a big ass fuck you at the end of it. And then I actually saw what it actually is. I'm like, wow, this looks stupid as hell.
Then you have
Despite the fact
things
it's
like-
far more practical.
Yeah, I know, which is why it's stupid as hell.
Then for people who want what you wanted, there's the whip dagger, which is just a dagger on the end of the fucking...
But that's a whip, not a chain that you use like a whip.
well, the chain lash actually I think is more what you wanted, but
Like basically, I just want to have a giant length of chain with something deadly on it that I can swing at people.
yeah, pretty much.
That's called a flail, nerd.
Well, that too, technically.
Well, no, a flail is a mace that has a chain between the stick and the ball.
Technically, the handle was an optional component historically. It's very common.
As I said, it's called a flail.
Ishar. Fuck is that weapon? Wow, Google can't even find that one.
Which one?
It's one from one of the Dragon magazines. Guy Shalar sounds Arabic for the sort.
Arabic.
It's not Oriental.
Oh god damn it. And then everything minimized for no reason.
It was from Dragon magazine, so it probably
god damn
wasn't
it.
balanced.
A singular strike.
Hey now. Dragon magazine brought us guns, and those aren't nearly as absolutely fuck you as everyone but me seems to think they are.
Here's a weapon from Forgotten Realms that you might appreciate. The
Mhm.
Lynx Claw, which was a double weapon, a length of finely wrought steel chain with a blade similar to rapier on one end and a spike blade on the other.
Wait, hold on. I'm having trouble actually. Wait, say that again.
Nonetheless,
Basically, a chain with a rapier blade on one end and a spiked ball on the other. Which is retarded, but
Yeah, sure, that makes
a
sense.
moment of respite.
Like, okay,
Chance to steel oneself
like,
against the coming
I like
horrors.
everything about that is kind of stupid, but there is specifically one part that goes beyond as to why.
No,
If you pick the bladed weapon,
Nerd.
why a rapier?
The rapier blade is actually apparently 3 blades in the shape of a cat's claw.
Why would you pick like rapiers for that though?
I don't fucking
Like
know.
what?
I don't know. It's dumb. It's so dumb. It's also a double weapon as such, and it's retardedly weak, because for some reason double weapons have to be retardedly weak. I never quite got that. It did not make sense. Fucking D4, D4 fucking... Or no, D6, D4 double weapon. Oh god, with different crits on the 2 halves of it. Oh, that's not gonna get fucking
A
confusing.
blazing star is born.
I'm
God,
sure
Races
it's
of the Wild.
fine.
Races of the Wild was a dumb book.
Oh god, it's from that?
Yeah!
Ugh. No wonder it's retarded.
Yeah, that. Then there's the Drow Scorpion chain. I think that actually just has a giant poison spike on the end of a chain.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, no. No, apparently it's even better.
Mhm.
It has 2 fucking side sticks on it, one on each end of the chain.
So it's a Kusarigama.
Double Kusarigama, but yeah, pretty much.
You know that some of those just had 2, like, sides
There's
instead of the
not a lot.
chains.
The standard Kusarigama had a weight on one side.
Yeah, the standard one, but not all of them were standard.
Well, yeah.
Also, anime don't give a fuck about your standards.
Well, yeah, but... God.
Well, that's a stupid weapon. I was looking through the like
God damn it.
exotic weapons. One of the first things I found.
Fuck!
The Barbazu beard.
It's a Barbazoo.
Well... I know at one point they had just a spear you could use it with, though. I think it might have been it might have been Feycraft, because that's just the thing you can pay extra to make a weapon be finessable.
Mm.
It might have just been a example of said was a fucking long spear with Feycraft.
The halfling rope shot.
Yup.
Wait, what? Okay, unless this is different than what I'm thinking of. Oh, okay, I see. I was like, why the fuck is the butterfly knife considered an exotic weapon? It's technically not.
Yeah.
It's just that if you get it as an exotic weapon, you can open and close it as a free action instead of a move action.
Yeah, it's one of those odd weapons that you can get
Both.
exotic proficiency to get.
Yeah, like the bastard sword.
Yeah, like the bastard sword. Which, to be fair, not really worth the feat, but
Fun though.
fun. Yeah.
Also, depending on how your campaign goes, might be worth the fee.
Rarely.
Oh yeah, rarely. But I'm saying if you're doing a lot of social stuff and you need to be prepared at any time to whip out a weapon and stab a motherfucker in the face.
Oh, exotic proficiency in something utterly ridiculous. Yeah, that could be a fun one.
Especially something easily concealed
Or
or disguised.
Or something that's not even normally a fucking weapon. Like.
I mean, you could also just take the
Also-
quick draw feat and do it with every weapon, I guess. But you know,
Okay. Also,
it's not as
also,
fun.
Kazi, you want to know why the Drow Scorpion Whip turned out to be so dumb? Because that's not the actual Scorpion Whip. There is actually just a normal Scorpion Whip, which is just like a whip with a bunch of like blades and like poisons on the end.
well.
Oh no, not even poisons, just a bladed whip.
Well, it's drow. They poison it. They poison everything.
Yeah, but well, the one I'm looking at isn't even Drow Scorpion Whip. It's just a Scorpion Whip. The Drow version is what makes it like a dumb.
Retarded.
Yeah, that.
They tried to make it elvy. Drow or
drowy, 'cause
elves?
It's not even elvy.
Well, it's already drowy because it's a fucking whip made of poison and knives. They had to make it elvy,
True.
so they made it some dumb double sickle thing.
Dwarven Boulder Helmet.
Yep.
Stick a rock on your head, run into people.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Yeah, I know it is. I've looked at it, nerds. I've
Oh,
considered
okay,
making a
you're-
character using it.
Okay. It's also apparently actually made of metal, not stone.
Well, yeah. But it sounds funnier when you just say strap a rock to your head.
To be fair, you could also just, alt materials it.
That's one of the reasons it's made out of metal, is so that you can use alternate materials.
Yeah, God, those rules are dumb. Some of the rules for alternate materials get really retarded. For instance, technically
they do.
by rules as written, you cannot have a metal quarterstaff. They exist in multiple canon modules.
Yep. Can't have it, though. None for you. Bad.
With the exception of if you want it to be a multi-section staff that you're just keeping in quarterstaff form. Because those things
Yeah, that's
are
fine.
made out of metal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Whatever.
Wait. Why is a Scorpion Whip treated as a light weapon, but a normal whip is treated as a one-handed weapon? What?
Normal is,
Because dumb.
well, also the normal is more cumbersome to actually use.
Then literally the same weapon, but with blades
It
on
has,
the end.
well, last I checked, the actual whip I think had longer reach.
Nope, they're both just blank range. They don't have, neither of them have, oh wait, no, they both have reach. They both have,
They're both whip weapons.
the only difference is that,
One of them has
the-
knives and poison on the end.
well, no, actually, the Scorpion Whip doesn't actually have default poison on it. The thing is that, the normal whip has disarm, non-lethal, reach, and trip, whereas the Scorpion Whip has disarm, performance, reach, and trip. And also has a die high better of damage.
One moment. Where is its actual defined reach, though?
I've just assumed. Oh wait, no, right. The range for it is just
Because
like you throw
whip-
it.
Because whips have 15 foot, which is unusual.
Yeah, it's mostly because they don't threaten in that area. They're basically treated as, like, melee ranged weapons.
Yeah, I think the Scorpion Whip is only standard increased reach, though I think it actually threatens as such, which...
Doesn't say anything about any of that on here.
Yeah, well, yeah, it should actually somewhere note its reach, because you say reach, yet you have to define how much reach is reach.
It probably has the same as a whip.
This expedition at least
Except for
was a success.
not necessarily.
I mean, if they don't define it, then that's probably what they intended. They're just dumb and didn't write it down. Function as whip in all cases, except for has blades and poison.
Whip score.
Oh god, you want to know part of why?
Hmm.
Actually been in 2 books, and they don't have the same stat block.
Of course.
Wait,
I mean, why would they do something so reasonable?
why is that considered an exotic weapon?
Because fuck you.
Well, no, the S-Stock. Oh, okay, it's just a rapier-style bastard sword, where you can use it.
Okay, so it does attack to 15 feet and not threaten. So
Yeah.
they actually had to errata it.
Yeah, because they probably just forgot to write it down, and everyone's just like, oh, it doesn't say!
Well, to be fair, all reach weapons do actually need to define their reach. Then.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying that, like, they didn't say, oh, it's just a whip, but with this extra stuff, and everyone's just like, it doesn't say it's not a whip, even though the name is a whip, ah! Because they're retarded, right?
Ground quakes.
Because people started abusing it and didn't just take the most obvious and simple answer.
No, you want the even funnier thing? In sanctioned play, the whip is currently banned, but the Scorpion Whip is not.
Why? No, honestly, why?
Oh, I know why the whip is banned.
Why?
It involves a bunch of feats that make it retarded.
Wait, they have, like, tier lists and bannings and shit for,
Just
like,
bannings,
a
not
cooperative...
Nerd, you've listened to Spoonie's stories. They have actual organizations that run these in
Yeah,
organized
I know,
settings,
but
and they have things that they ban and disallow.
We would also note that it's not always cooperative.
That too.
Sanctioned play does have PvP, which is as retarded as it can. But
Well, like, I could kind of see, like, to be... Like, I could still see, like... I don't know if I would, like, do... I doubt I would do well in one, but I could see, like, a kind of multi-party campaign where all the parties are not necessarily on the same side.
You don't understand. This is Pathfinder sanctioned play. You may not even have a continuous party 2 sessions in a row. It's retarded, honestly. They basically have a method for tallying your acquisitions through the league, and your character's allowed to advance through set, and you basically just get dropped into whatever's happening. It's retarded. Some people try to keep some amount of actual continuity, but it's not really built for it. It's
Just make a character that magically vanishes and reappears in mysterious instances and has no idea why.
Yeah.
It really is the perfect plan.
Yeah.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
God. I mean, to be fair, most of their modules are not meant to take more than 1 or 2 sessions.
Yeah.
Is also part of that. I think the longest standard module is 4 sessions long, and typically not successfully completed for that exact reason.
Yeah.
As
But,
the light gains purpose, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made
It's also
clear.
awkward because you have to see if you actually have a character in the level range to be able to play in the current modules that people are GMing.
Wealth
If you
beyond
can't just
measure,
make a character at any level other than
to the
level 1.
brave and the foolhardy.
Because all of your characters have to be officially sanctioned.
and have to actually have a record that they keep track of.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you're not just giving yourself free items.
Yep.
Oh, items. No, that gets even worse. At the end of any campaign, or when you exit a campaign, you actually have to redo your item list for the rules to pare it down to the quote-unquote standard power level for your level. You don't even get to keep shit most of the time. Haven't I mentioned I don't like them?
I mean, that's not the way all of them do it, but yeah.
That is Pathfinder Sanctioned Play. If you are playing Pathfinder Sanctioned Play, that is mandatory by the rules.
Yeah, but I'm saying that there are other groups who do organized play that do not do necessarily the sanctioned play.
But it's the largest such.
Yeah, because it's officially backed.
Like, I get why they wanted to do it that way, but
And it's meant to be, oh, here, jump in, get an experience, and then go on and do your own games and buy the books.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah.
Meanwhile, we shall continue to stick to our own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no thing. Wait. Oh.
Don't make me sad.
Oh, my game will actually probably.
I made me sad.
For the one after.
Zai, you made everyone sad. God damn it.
No.
Kaze's not sad.
My game starts actually doing things again soon.
Okay, good, because I'm planning to conscript you.
For what? Where? What?
Probably.
You belong to me now.
Probably horrible things. The day I eventually snap and try to DM again.
Warning. By contractually claiming ownership of me, you are now responsible for all of the things I do that are horrible.
No, we're not. You're a rogue and an engineer. You are the only person responsible for all the bullshit you do, and you goddamn know it.
Also, Kaze, at least we get to play. Like, that's legitimately been a problem in our group, just because we can't consistently have enough players. Because we have, like, 3 consistent players, one of which is gonna be tied up DMing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no, we could invite Alasia.
Kaze, for reference,
I know.
literally worse about the porn things than I am.
I know.
By orders of magnitude.
You mentioned a number of stories.
Oh no, we've only played with them like once. Like, honestly, most of the stories about like the monks and all that stuff, that's not even her. That's somebody completely different.
No, I know she came up. God.
Oh yeah, probably just. At least I will wait until we get back to the tavern to quote unquote unintentionally get drunk and try to get laid.
You know, when we do that, can I play an illusionist? I mean, wait, what?
As long as we get to play.
Oh my lord. Best. You know, that just reminds me of a spell in 5th edition that I am so sad isn't as silly and broken in earlier editions.
Mm-hmm.
Have I mentioned hallucinatory terrain? I think. Their new version.
Hallucinogen grenades?
No, better. One moment, I'm gonna go through the spell book, go find the most retarded illusion spell ever. And it's low level for some reason. No, it was... What was it? Let's go to the Bard list, because the Bard gets it. It's like a 2nd level spell, and it has the most retarded wording ever. What's its 1st level spell? I don't remember. I think it's 2nd level. Since it's 1st level, it's even more retarded. Oh, right. That one, right? Let's see. Let's have right, but well, let's check. Yeah, here we are. Phantasmal Force. Which first of all doesn't sound like an illusion spell at all, but whatever. Second level spell. You craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature you can see within range. Your target must make an intelligence saving throw, because those are commonly difficult. On a failed save, you create a phantasmal object, creature, or visible phenomenon of your choice, no larger than a 10-foot cube, that is perceivable only to the target for the duration. Doesn't work on things that don't this phantasm includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli, and are only evident to the creature. The target can use its action to examine it, and waste their entire turn, to take another save. If they succeed, it breaks it. When the target is affected by the spell, the target treats the phantasm as if it were real. The target rationalizes any illogical outcomes from interacting with the phantasm.
Finding the stuff is only the first.
Well,
Now it must be.
And there's the line that just makes me face fall. In 3rd edition, you would get a save when something illogical happens.
Mm-hmm.
Second level spell, you don't. He goes on to explain, a target attempting to walk across a phantasmal bridge that straps to the chasm falls once it steps onto the bridge. If they survive the fall, it still believes the bridge exists and comes up with some other explanation for the fall. It was pushed, slipped, strong wind, so on. The affected target is so convinced of the phantasm's reality that it can even take damage from the illusion.
Wait. If it's not that's not even an illusion at that point.
Did I mention this isn't a fucking illusion?
No shit.
It's a fucking mental effect, first of all. This should be a mind-affecting effect, not a fucking illusion. A phantasm created to appear as a creature can attack. Similarly, a phantasm made to appear as fire or a pool of acid or lava can burn the target. Each round of your turn, the phantasm deals 1d6 psychic damage to the target, and it's in the area, blah blah blah, provided the illusions of a hazard or something that would logically be dealing damage, blah blah. Yeah, and the target perceives the damage as the type appropriate to the illusion, despite it being psychic damage. So here's the single most ridiculous spell in all of the edition. All of it. I looked. I read through all of them. It's not the most powerful, because honestly, it's only very rarely actually good. Just, it's so weird. So fucking weird. Like, you want to know one of the things I used it for? I used it to create a brick wall. So here's a question for you. What happens when a character gets bull rushed into a brick wall that they have to insist is real?
Their head explodes as they try to figure out how they just went through it.
Yeah, that was kind of our response too, was, wait, what? How did it... This is the point where I looked over at the GM and said, just give them a fucking save for it. Just give them. They failed, but...
Of course they failed.
Well, it's a fucking intelligence saving throw!
Yeah.
Like... To be fair, it's a very low damage spell and it only lasts for 10 rounds. And you have to stay within 60 feet of it. So it's not the most powerful spell ever, it only does a d6 a turn, and it requires concentration, so that's actually, like, you could be using fucking heat metal right now. It would do a lot more, but...
Please never use heat metal on one of my characters.
Only if you're freezing to death.
No, Kaze, I wear plate mail. Fuck you.
What?
Hey, sometimes you play barbarians, you don't always wear blade mail.
My last barbarian wore plate mail!
Yeah, but I'm saying that you don't always have to. Jeez, nerd. Fucking Christ.
I specifically took the fucking, like...
What, is your fucking alchemist gonna wear fucking plate mail next too?
Oh god, alchemists and plate mail are amazing.
To be fair, to be fair, in the picture I had used, they were wearing a breastplate.
Well, that's medium armor.
Well, I know, but still, it is metal armor.
Yeah. Alchemists don't care. They're not an arcane caster.
Well, sorta. Wait, do they
They
not
do
suffer spell failure chance?
They don't have spells, so no.
Well, yeah, but they have to craft, like, the extracts and shit.
Yeah, you don't craft those on the battlefield except for the bombs, which
Actually,
Like,
well,
you can
some of
do
them.
without
But
penalty,
yeah, like,
so...
yeah, no, they don't give a shit about heavy armor.
Mhm, they don't
Actually,
care.
one of the best things about the class is they do massive spike damage, and yeah, you want to pay the feats, because I think they start with light armor proficiency.
No, I don't think they even start with the hat.
They
Actually,
did.
fuck it, I can go check. I might be wrong. I like made a sheet for one once and then
Yeah.
never actually.
It's been a while
Got
since
to
I played
play
my
it.
last Alchemist, but I thought they did. I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, light armor but no shields.
Yeah.
Also,
But
all
they-
simple weapons and bombs.
Yep.
As well as the ability to throw anything,
Yep.
which I'm sure has many hilarious uses.
Oh yes, it does. God fucking damn. Not to mention, if you didn't actually read that properly, you also add your intelligence bonus to things
Yeah.
like acid flasks,
Yeah.
including the fucking splash damage on them.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, well, at low level that is crack. Up to about level 6 or 7, it starts petering out a bit. You want to know one of the funny things that counts on that list? Fucking holy water.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Fuck undead. The alchemist knows just where to make that hurt. But yeah, phantasmal force is retarded. I started to exploit it and then just realized how bad, no. And I replaced it with heat metal because that was less exploitable. Now there's words I never thought I'd say. Especially since the 5th edition version of heat metal is actually one of the better versions they've ever made. It does the damage before giving them a chance to drop it, instead of giving them a chance to drop it and then dealing damage.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, that's if you can drop it, which frequently is not the case, such as, your case of plate mail. Or the hilarious last one I did, where we were fighting a Gorgon. They're made out of steel. Being a construct made out of steel that is not resistant to fire is awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped a 4th level enhanced version of fucking heat metal on it and just... Well... The monk decided to not grapple it. That is my statement, is the monk decided to not grapple it. Technically speaking, it shouldn't have hurt him doing so, but... Hey, Zai, what do you think of that technicality?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I kind of agree. We all kind of looked at, like, that's a Syrian hot Gorgon. I'm like, yeah, that's a Syrian hot Gorgon. I'm not going anywhere fucking near that thing. See here, it died pretty quickly. GM was a little surprised, never got a chance to try to use its fucking breath on us. It was good. Probably would have killed half of us.
The darkness holds much
The Gorgons have Cloud Kill Breath like Iron Golems do.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hate Cloud Kill Breath. Though at least this edition, it doesn't actually have
On
you
it.
Fucking-
do it. It'd be really...
In all honesty, I hate save or die pains as
To
a
be
thing.
fair, 5th edition has cut back on them massively.
I hope so, because they are
It also-
legit in my eyes one of the worst things about tabletop games.
Well, for instance, Cloud Kill in 5th edition takes you to 0 and bleed
It's not-
damage.
So it's not just an instant kill.
No, in fact, you have a good chance of surviving on your own. In fact, the fighter has a very good chance of surviving on its own. And then there's, yeah. And then Disintegrate lost its save or die effect.
Guess who
entirely,
forgot
which
to
is
equip
either-
trinkets again?
They
Yay!
just left it with the ability that if it puts you to 0, you die immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Which, okay, I can give that one. I mean, you already die nearly immediately once you hit 0 anyway, if anything else touches you. One of my few issues with the 5th edition rules.
Mm-hmm.
5th edition, you have...
Yeah. Or wait,
Get
no,
up.
4. Well,
5th edition,
50 at the coin flips, right?
Well, they're not coin flips. They're Constitution saves.
Mm.
On your turn, you make a Constitution save. If you succeed, you get a success. If you fail, you get a failure. If someone attacks you, and you're down, you basically immediately are fucked. Critter Grind takes 2 attacks in 5th edition. It does take 2 attacks, but it doesn't fucking matter. Critical hits cause 2 failures to be automatically added. Normal hits add 1. Basically, if anyone's still attacking you while you're down, you are dead. Because once you hit 3 successes or 3 failures, you are either dead or stabilized.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the one good thing, although it's a little wonky, is if someone heals you for 1 hit point, all of those get reset to clear.
Mm-hmm.
My character, the Bard, has Healing Word, a spell that came out of 4th edition. I get to throw 1d4 plus 5 health at an ally as a bonus action each turn. First level spell.
So you can just keep someone alive indefinitely.
I have literally done that on one occasion. I think I dropped 5 healing words on them that fight. Just bopping them back up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Healing word is...
It's like a roller coaster of emotion.
Because if you're any class that doesn't...
Except less retarded.
And you can heal, healing word is just better than cure.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I'm a bard. I do have a few things I can use my bonus action for. They're just retarded. Let's see. Granting inspiration die to someone else for 10 minutes. Except for they're better used in cutting words, which doesn't require said use of an action.
Mm-hmm. But do you play
I think my counter song is a bonus action, but I've used that like once.
But do you play an orc bard so that you don't need Disdain?
Technically, in 5th edition, I don't.
You know what you must do.
What?
No, he honestly doesn't.
No, I really don't.
Well, hold on.
Like, technically, I have to be able to play an instrument, not sing. So, I wonder if oratory is valid in 5th edition.
I'm pretty sure it is.
No, except for they tried to tie everyone to having to implement their special abilities. Except for the monk.
Well, I mean, you could have a book that you read from.
I suppose. Oh, a moment. I'm gonna go check, because that's actually an interesting question. I know I can use cutting words without saying, which is weird. I mean, it makes sense, but it's still... Okay, I can use most of my bardic abilities for oration, but not my casting. I have to have some sort of instrument in order to be able to use my spells. But I can use cutting words, song of rest, font of inspiration, counter charm.
Well, like I said, I mean, you could carry around a book and say that it's your instrument and you sing from, like, certain tales. You know, like an actual bard, for example.
Unfortunately, it actually does specify a musical instrument.
That's retarded.
But
Also,
there's
house
no
rule that.
casting. I mean, fair enough, yeah, but just one of those interesting notes.
Like, just house rule that, and it's like, oh, your book is your instrument, basically.
Yeah.
I will take whatever possibilities I can to link that image because I find it way more hilarious than I probably should.
Oh, that one.
Trinkets
Yeah.
and baubles.
But yeah, God, bards are silly. Reminds me of one of the other things
shovels.
they explicitly did in 5th edition. You don't get more than one 9th level spell a day, technically, although honestly it's usually more like week or month depending on the spell. 9th level spells are shit that shakes the foundation of the fucking planet.
What, they didn't like it whenever you could just, like, you know, wish every day?
Well, I mean...
You can now.
Wizards
Just-
and bards who take wizard spells still can. But,
Wonderful, glad they fixed that.
well, you ban clone, because clone is dumb.
Remember what Kaze was saying earlier about, like, the spell list being completely retarded?
Yes, because it literally was not play tested in the form it was printed. Literally, half of this is stuff that was changed just at the end of the playtest, and the other half was stuffed in with no playtesting at all. There's a few spells that work perfectly. You were fine, like Entangle. You really couldn't fuck up Entangle. It was simple and easy to do. And then there's things like Fireball, where they changed it at the last minute and it's fucked now. Or things like Vicious Mockery, where they just didn't think about it because they never bothered to playtest it.
What, the fact that you can insult people to death?
No, okay, well, sort of. But Vicious Mockery is combat cantrip that notably Bard gets. I think someone else gets it too, but
It's mainly Bard. Again, I mainly remember it for, like...
it does absolutely piddling amounts of psychic damage. It's single target, but it causes a minor debuff. It should, when it advances to having more dice, advance being multi-target like Eldritch Blast does, which would actually make it useful. Unfortunately, that is not what they did. So it's 1d4 damage that goes up to 2d4 at 5th level and 3d4 at 11th, and 4d4 at 17th level. By the way, any bard who has any fucking sanity, unless they're taking it because they really wanted something else for their fucking splash things, takes an actually useful combat. Like almost any other combat cantrip there is. Like fucking Acid Splash, which is always 2-target and scales and is 1d6 acid damage, scaling at the same rate. Or fucking Poison Spray, which is d12s, 15-foot range, but d12s. Firebolt, which is just d10 firebolts that go with d10. Eldritch Blast, which is d10. Are those d12s? Oh yeah, those are d10s. Eldritch Blast, which is d10 multi-target when it scales. All of these are, and then there's the fucking cold and other fire ones that actually have debuffs and are d6s. One case of d8, as I recall. All of these are better objectively past 5th level. Vicious Mockery, the only advantage is you don't have to waste one of your cross class for it.
Also, you can go around saying that you're insulting people so hard that it is causing them physical harm.
Well, I mean, yeah, because it's a fucking psychic spell.
Yes, but you are insulting people so hard that it is causing them physical harm.
You're a fucking bard. It's already what you do. Dude, I can insult people so bad that their fucking attacks do less damage.
Well, Kaze, that's not that impressive. Pokemon has been doing it for 20 years.
Oh, yes, but I can do it reflexively. And against people other than myself.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, what are you on about?
As in, like, 120 feet away, I can cutting word someone so they do less damage.
Yeah, but you said that you could do it to someone other than yourself.
As in, for when they're targeting someone other than myself. Like, yeah.
But Growl is something that you target enemies with.
Well, I could target myself with it, actually, too, in the case of cutting words.
Why?
Critical, actually, this is actually critical failure with a weapon that has a actual misfire hitting an ally. Managed to do 0 damage. Stop it! My stupid arm! Stop it!
This arm!
Bad arm. Bad. None of that. So I think I didn't reduce the damage. I think I reduced my 2 hit roll. But I can do both. So cutting words is silly.
Meanwhile, can potentially kill the big bad by telling me fights like a cow.
Well, fuck.
Now, Kaze, you must play a fencer bard just so that you can do constant fucking Monkey Island references.
No. And then here's spells like this one that no one fucking looked at the monster manual when they wrote this. Conjure Woodland Beams. 4th level spell. Conjuration, of course. Conjure spell. You summon Fey creatures. Notice this is already deviated from its title. That appear at unoccupied spaces that you can see within range. Choose one of the following options for what appears. 1 Fey creature, challenge rating 2 or lower. 2 Fey creatures, challenge rating 1 or lower. 4 Fey creatures, challenge rating 1/2 or lower. 8 Fey creatures, challenge rating 1/4 or lower. Guess which one of these is the correct option. There is only one.
I'm gonna guess the last.
Yes. You want to know why?
Because
Squirrels.
You can summon pixies, which have access to shit like Wish and Clone.
Not pixies, well, not quite that bad, but there is in fact it is actually a pixie who has multiple spells of the same level as that available to it per day. You get 8 of them.
So basically, you get a shit ton of free 4th level spells.
They have polymorph, fly, and a bunch of other shit that I don't fucking care about, because at that point, everything you're fighting has been turned into a fucking finch.
Okay, to be fair, Kaze, you have already shown that can be deadly.
Actually difficult to kill them, because any damage you do reverts after it kills that form, reverts them, and then deals the remainder of the damage. But it does mean that they are a 1 HP creature that you can immediately strike at full force, and there is nothing they can do until you've hit them.
Also, if you turn them into a fish, then they're going to be off on land, and then they're going to be helpless.
Well, the thing is, well,
Oh, a
the thing
finch.
is the side, the moment they take the first bit of damage from asphyxiation, they revert.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you said finch.
I did, because it's one of the funniest things to turn people into, because you can just immediately bitch slap them.
I was just going to say, if they're helpless, then you could just coup de grace them, which does fuckloads of damage.
Actually doesn't in 5th edition.
Also, coup de grace requires they apparently be in negative hit points now.
Well, in 5th edition, they just kind of removed it, since you can just poke people to death as if they're down. Which is retarded. But yeah, they wouldn't be helpful.
You can literally just throw acorns at them until they die.
Oh, what we did is we turned them into, I forget what, but some stupid small creature that was entirely harmless. And, stuffed them down a hole that the tiny creature barely fit in 20 feet beneath the ground. And then canceled the spell.
Rude.
With the hole, of course, filled in. Which we really don't give a shit. Basically just lets you bury people alive. It's retarded. But yeah, killing people with polymorph does take a small bit of creativity, and it's a very small bit, though. They tried to make it so you couldn't use it that way, but yeah, not really doing a very good job here. Now, polymorph is interesting in this edition. The target can be polymorphed into any creature.
I'm amazed I recovered from that so well.
Of the target's hit dice or lower, which does have some hilarious uses when you polymorph the barbarian of your own party into a T-Rex.
Wait, why the fuck does that track go by that name? Hey Zy. Remember at the very end of a Half Genie Hero when it's going over all like, yeah, here, like your buddies are saying, hey, we're gonna go do this or this, and like zombie road trip or let Finch off to go. Yeah. Apparently for some reason probably a reason that you're going to immediately assume a reason for. Apparently, the official name of that track is Flirty Time.
Mm-hmm.
Which, to be fair, explains the saxophone.
But yeah, so also that spell, Conjure Willing Beings, has a duration of 1 hour. Does require concentration, so you bitch slap the caster hard enough it goes away, but I don't think that really matters much at all. There you go, Pixie, 253. There we are. Confusion, dancing light, detect good and evil, detect thoughts, dispel magic, dispel fucking magic, entangle, fly, phantasmal force, remember that spell, polymorph, and sleep. Each of those may be used once. For each of your 8 pixies who individually have their own concentration. Which means you can actually use 8 of these simultaneoly. You're not supposed to be able to do.
You can use 8 of each.
Well, no, you can use 8 total. Because remember, 5th edition has the mechanic of any caster can only have 1 concentration spell going at a time.
Oh no, sorry, I was talking about like their spells per day.
Oh, no, yes, and as their per day effect, yeah, you can use 1 of each of these with 1 of them going at a time.
Yeah.
The only one of those that isn't a continuous spell is Dispel Magic. I guess Dancing Lights doesn't actually have concentration, but it's fucking Dancing Lights. It's the one spell on the entire list that's actually perfectly balanced. Whatever, you could have 8 of those for a 4th level spell. Woo. Whatevs.
Just throw out all the fucking dancing lights.
Yeah. Like, that's not a problem here. The problem here is the fact that you're getting Polymorph, which is a 4th level spell. Phantasmal Force, 2nd. Fly, 3rd. Entangle, 2nd. Dispel Magic, 3rd. Sleep is 1st. Detect Thoughts is 1st. Detect Good and Evil is 1st. Confusion, 2nd, I think? Wow. That's on my spell list. I don't remember what level it is. It's a good spell if you can spam it, though. It's just not very reliable. Oh, yeah! You get 8 of these! You have any idea what dropping 8 Cassians of Confusion into a fight does?
Makes things very confusing.
It basically means that half the entire enemy team has a 50% chance of not attacking your side. Yeah. Retarded. Trinkets.
I remembered them. Yeah.
Well, people's heads. That's grim.
Well, I mean, it is Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah. Wow. Some of those are really good.
Yeah, all of the heads are really good items. It's just
Oh, I
that,
wasn't looking at the heads. I was just seeing like the ones things that gave like plus 32% healing, which that's handy.
yeah. Well, one of those is the head, so
Sorry about the random disappearance.
Oh,
My
good.
that's fine.
So yes, and the coup de grace to their ridiculous overpoweredness, they also have at-will invisibility for themselves.
That's fair.
Oh, and magic resistance. Now they're on the fair side. They do only have 1 hit point.
But do you ever hit them, or do they ever get hit?
Well, if you use an AoE where they take half damage even if they succeed, yeah, they die.
That just seems cruel.
Yeah, well, fuck pixies. They're little fucking bastards.
Well,
Also,
what do you think? Well, what do you think I'm trying to do?
Oh.
You walked right into that one, and you know it.
Yeah, I did. But god damn that spell. What were they thinking? And that's not even the only bad case. The other one's fucking Griggs. Which, they're not quite as bad. They're, lesser fae.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a different spell.
No, Griggs. They're another CR1, whatever,
Fourth.
They're a little bit less extreme, but they also actually have hit points and can actually attack.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best spell they have is just Confuse. But you still get 8 of those, and they may not deal much damage, but 8 things attacking you for, what was it, 1d6 damage is still gonna fucking hurt. 1d6 plus like 3, we're right.
Yeah.
Because, fuck you.
So 8d6 plus 24.
Yeah, that suddenly sounds a bit more significant when you're doing that any round of combat for an hour. Alright, they think they have superior invisibility too, so they stay invisible while doing that. Which means they're attacking with advantage, and you can't see them, so you're attacking with disadvantage.
Good luck!
Yeah, that. You're not hitting them. They do have like 14 hit points, so they can usually take a hit. Well, not from a fighter, but or a barbarian, or a rogue. Of course, most of those people are only going to be able. Well, the fighter and the barbarian might take down 2 a turn. Rogue will only take down 1.
Oh,
But
God.
yeah.
Aza, I just realized something.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how much trouble the final boss in Afternoon Hero gave me?
Yeah.
Particularly with some of those hits that were really hard to dodge and did like a full heart worth of damage.
Mm-hmm.
I just remembered, I had bought in the bikini armor. All attacks were doing half damage to me. Dear
Mm-hmm.
God. Dear fucking God.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
For reference, Kaze, due to the fact that I hadn't really gone out of my way to grind and look for the heart containers, I had 6 full hearts worth of health.
What game is this?
Half Genie Shantae, half Genie Hero.
Oh.
To be fair, like I still made it through that entire game without dying because it wasn't that hard, and I just got the bikini armor really early. And if assuming you don't like completely suck, the game just absolutely pours healing items. I nearly ran out of my non-potion healing items though. Because there was this one attack where it was like these 2 balls of fire that would move really quick along the floor of a circular arena, and actually had a really weirdly tall vertical hitbox, and were kind of hard to see off the background. So I would just constantly be getting hit by those and having to eat all sorts of oranges and steaks and uncooked eggs.
Play Skyrim, pause time, mash a bunch of fucking steaks, 3 rabbits, and 52 cabbages into your mouth.
Pretty much. Thank God.
Cabbages?
Yes.
I will say,
52
thank
cabbages.
Thank God the Shantae games don't keep track of your weight gain or any shit like that. I ate so many fucking oranges in just that final fight alone. To be fair, the oranges are also like the worst healing item because they only give you a full heart, and each heart is only worth like 4 HP. But
My leper is so hilariously tanky, I love it.
well,
It
that's
also
their
hits like a
job.
freight train.
I mean, the ironic part being that the leper is the healthiest dude in your army.
Mm-hmm.
That's something for the conditions. Look, he's used to it. Everyone else is fucked.
Speaking of, don't they have like a campfire ability where just like they take off their mask for a while and it like removes all their stress, but everyone else gets stressed to fuck?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose sometimes that's quite handy, but not very frequently, I would figure.
Yeah. I think the other upside of it is that it only costs 1 of your little time units that you have when camping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which you get like 12 of, I think, per time
Yep.
you camp.
And you can't use an ability more than once.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Jester has an ability where they get to remove 20 stress from all of their companions, except for one who gains 20 stress because he just mocks them and everyone has a laugh at their expense.
Huh.
Yeah.
If
You know,
use
the
those,
meanest
there
thing.
might actually be a net gain.
Depends how much stress gets raised by the
Yeah.
take it off his mask, because it's like plus or minus 20 for the Jester's ability.
Yeah. Oh, one moment.
Which I
Well, actually, it's straight up
remember.
plus 20 for everyone else and minus 20 for the person he mocks.
Faint hope blossoms.
Well, plus 20 stress, minus 20 for everyone else.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Which, I mean, you guess that's... Well, I mean, I guess, like... That's only, like, what, 2 bars worth of stress?
Yeah. But still handy. Get over here!
They have encourage, which is reducing someone's stress on you too.
I can actually just look at it in-game here.
That's nice. Well, I'm just going down the list over here.
Once I get rid of...
Which I will leave Kazi to do that because wikis don't do well on my...
I mean,
Most wikis don't do
let the
well.
mask down.
Minus-
Self minus
minus-
25, all
yeah.
companions plus 5.
Yeah, you seem
Yeah,
to
that's
together
really
work
good.
Pretty damn well.
Yeah.
Especially since they all the leper also has a lot.
I mean-
use his own.
Yeah, the leper also just has like reflection, which is minus 20 stress, and then plus
Yeah.
10 accuracy and 5% crit for the next 4 battles. The big one he has is quarantine, which is really useful, which he loses 20% of his health, but all of his companions have a 50% chance of either minus 20 stress or minus 15 stress, and you can get both of those. You can also get none, which kind of sucks, but, you know, that's how it happens.
I mean, still nice.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
A fortune.
Yeah, very good stress support class.
Mhm.
On top of being a nice tank.
Well, stress support
In camping,
at
yeah.
camp.
Yeah.
The only actual stress support class overall is the Jester.
Yeah.
If I remember right, he's the only one who has a reliable source of stress reduction in the game.
Well, some
Yeah.
characters have some for themselves, but not for other people.
Yeah.
Like, there's a few people that actually have
instance,
decent stress removals for themselves, but...
For instance, actually, leper has stand has a little bit of anti-stress on it.
Mhm.
Just little, but you know.
Yeah. It doesn't even fill that up. I love it.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Unnecessary criticals. Always fun.
Devastating blow.
Hey.
Of course, I have a damage range of 12 to 23, and of course I rolled 12.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Some days. Oh, 3 damage crit. Haha.
And now my Vestal is insane. Yay.
Frailty finally claim their due.
That's never good.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Honestly, she might have a fucking heart attack at this rate, considering this is a long dungeon.
Foolish horrors. Brought low.
Yeah, they really don't like your fucking Vestal.
Yeah, they fucking don't, and it's getting really annoying.
Jesus, is that a stress rip? Jesus.
Wealthy.
Yeah, the white bar.
Yeah, that's bad.
Mhm.
So, I mean, to be fair, it has to fill up twice before they actually get a heart
And
attack.
it's almost all the way. It's well past half of that.
Yeah, it's about at 120 out of 200.
Everyone else's adds up to like what her
10.
second. Well, yeah, like to like her second half,
Yeah.
which that's not good.
Okay, that was good. That helps.
Oh yeah, you can help that stress rating right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Nifty.
We require only the strength to follow it.
And immediately go into a fight.
Well, I mean, you're in better shape.
Radiance may
Yeah.
rise.
Slightly.
Yeesh. Zero. Oh, so it's done. Okay.
I mean, if I had a Jester, this wouldn't be a problem, but I need to bring my Antiquarian because she gets me money, and I need money.
Oh, I need money badly.
Yes, I do need money badly.
Well, that looks unfortunate for the enemy.
Mm-hmm. It went poorly for them.
No kidding. And they're assholes using freaking weak-ass shotguns, but didn't help them much.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Okay, apparently that's something to look forward to in the future.
Another mariner,
What?
another
And I'm just looking at some of the side stuff. I found out what some of that planned DLC is.
For Shantae, or?
For Half Genie Hero.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have planned like 3 alternate outfits that actually affect gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
They have a ninja one, which is better speed, agility, and magic at the cost of defense.
Mm-hmm.
A beach outfit, which lowers defense but gives you a few extra moves. And then, gives you an officer wagon outfit, which is a reference to WayForward's other game, Mighty Switch Force, and it gives you a gun and better defense.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently is rumored that you won't be able to heal by the normal method, or the normal methods. I mean, I'm just waiting until we get more information on the other campaign. Oh, they at the very least tell me that they at least partially balanced out the druid and cleric.
Who? What?
In 5th edition.
The cleric kind of just balanced out because of how the mechanics just changed in general. The druid actually got crippled. So, it's not so much balanced, but it's not overpowered.
I guess that's a kind of better, sort of. If only because of how overpowered they were before.
I mean, there's...
It is a kind of better. Not a good kind of better, but a kind of better.
They're actually mildly overpowered as a tank until about 5th level?
Wait, are you telling me that the druids now know what it's like to be the fighter?
Yes.
I feel happier about this than I should.
Only with better survivability.
Yeah, much happier considering it's still not the fucking wizard.
Like, okay, so what happened is, Wild Shape got ass raped.
Yeah, that I already knew.
Well, that's a large part of the problem, because Wild Shape got ass raped, and one of the main archetypes' entire point is using it in battle. If you're not using the Wild Shape archetype, your Wild Shape is useless.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally a utility ability. Because at maximum, a non-moon druid can only use a CR1 form.
Well.
Which is limited to beasts. aka normal animals.
Mm-hmm.
That seems retarded.
Well, it does actually later add some other things if you're playing the Moon Druid. Moon Druid gets all of the upgraded wild shape stuff. All of it.
Mm-hmm.
So normal druids, about the best thing you can turn into is
a finch.
No, you can do a bit better than that.
A bear.
Flying creatures are some of the best things you can pick because. Let's see.
A dire finch.
Probably better than that, actually.
A dire finch.
Because CR1's not awful. It has utility. Let's see, you could turn into a lion. A normal lion.
Can you turn into a bear?
Checking. I'm
gonna laugh my ass off if bears now count as monsters.
They don't. Brown bear, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, if druids can't turn into fucking bears, then you might as well just remove the goddamn class, because what's the fucking point?
Yeah, brown bear, black bear. You can't manage any dire bears, but you can manage the normal.
Well, I assume if it's CR1, you can't manage dire anything. Oh great, here's the boss again.
Actually, dire wolf.
finch.
No, dire wolf is CR1.
Really?
Actually, that's probably the best form you can pick right there.
Whoa, hey buddy, you're new.
This is the Collector. This is a boss I fought earlier.
Oh, great, you were telling me about him.
Giant spider. These are things you can do at 8th level, by the way. Before then, you're limited to CR.
He makes collect calls.
In which case, the brown bear is probably your best form for 8th level. But anyway, so base druids get kind of shafted on well,
Everything.
shape. No, actually, that's the version of druid that's in the best shape, depressingly enough. Rather specifically, the Way of the Land druid, which is the casting heavy archetype, because they do actually get to be an okay full caster. Notice I say okay. They're just a full caster. That's sort of nature thing. That's all they got going for them.
Okay, your Vestal constantly stressing everyone out is starting to get annoying, even to me, and I'm not even playing the game.
Welcome to why afflictions are the goddamn worst.
But yeah,
oh my god,
Circle
really?
of the Land, they're okay. They're just the spell casting one. They get more spells and they get the ability to regain
Oh
a few
god
of their spells
damn, that was a hit.
on short rest. Then Circle of the Moon gets the combat wild shape, which is really good at early levels.
Oh, Jesus. God damn, Zy, calm down.
Yeah, that was a hell of a hit.
Fucking crit him for 30 health, Jesus.
So the formula for them is they can transform into a form CR 1/3 of their current level. Rounded down, of course.
Of course.
Wait, and that's the best they get?
Yeah. So the highest CR creature that they can do at 18th level
It's
is
6.
CR 6. A mild threat for a 6th level party is all an 18th level druid can turn into. That's their entire focus.
Awesome.
But they do also get to turn into elementals after 10th level.
CR1 elementals.
Well, no, because it does use the same CR scaling as their increased CR scaling. So you would be a CR3?
Oh boy.
And until 14th level, when they become... No, wait, no, that's useless. Where was the thing that makes them actually meaningful? Oh, right.
Nowhere, apparently.
Let's see.
Ow.
Do they now? And of course, they can't cast in wild shape because they.
Of course not.
Because it needed to be removed, frankly. But or did they stick that up in there for no apparent reason?
That looks like it hurt.
Oh, there is one oh here we are. Yeah, at 18th level, you can use spells in wild shape.
Oh boy.
So until 18th level, you're shit. 18th level, your class finally starts at 14 again. But between about 5th level and 18th level, the entire class is non-functional.
Oh, I
Fuck.
see why he's called the Collector.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I thought he was like, just, oh hey, I'm a steal your shit. But no, he
No.
collects heads,
Yep.
their skulls, and souls.
But yeah, so basically, Druid, you either are a full caster or you do not function for 13 levels of the game.
The latter 13 levels.
Well, no, actually, technically the middle 13. Because at 18th level, your class turns on again. And becomes broken suddenly. At 18th level, suddenly you're playing a 3rd edition Druid again, without the companion. To be fair, it is without the companion. They did just strip the companion completely off Druid.
Yeah, but to be fair, like, while thematically it's like, well shit, I'm kinda fine with.
It made for a good thing to give to the Ranger, especially since the whole companion mechanic doesn't need to be nature-themed necessarily.
Yeah.
Like, as some people pointed out, you can easily reflavor it to something else.
Yeah.
And it just is balanced, and that's good.
Cue someone out there making, like, an artificer ranger where their companion's like a little robot thing.
Already seen the discussion about it, and actually it balances just fine.
Mm-hmm.
A decisive pummeling.
Yeah.
Well, that was a tough fight, but not as bad as it could have been.
Also saw someone ride up a necromancer ranger who had a personal undead as their companion.
Zai.
Because balance-wise, the game doesn't care. It works. It's balanced if the ranger's abilities work correctly, which they don't. The problem is the ranger is the most underpowered class in the game.
Set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
I'd say what else is new, and then I remembered, oh right, that, because it used to be me.
Well, not entirely. Fighter was a better ranger.
It's a goal.
And-
Still awkward.
From what I can tell,
they're a better archery class.
Well, no, I'm not talking about Pathfinder. I'm talking like like just 3x.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said 3.7.
No, I said 3.5 and Pathfinder. All of 3x really, although less so in 3.0. The 3.0 Ranger was even worse.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Oh my god, the 3x Ranger was dumb. 3.0, yeah. Also, 3.0 didn't have as many feats to break it with, though.
Spirits are lifted.
Because that's really the thing Fighter manages to pull archery out of, is the giant pile of feats. Because archery cares more about feats than your class.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Fighter gives you more feats is more archery. But if you want to play anything other than an archer as a fighter, yeah, it falls off hard tactically. Much of the time, vital for the party to not die, but it falls off hard.
I don't know. I've legit seen people make like big, like.
Yes, I know, and those people are retards, and I can put a standard fight against them that's on the weak side and watch them all die.
Oh no! Like the thing is, their explicit reasoning that they'll say like a lot, like big dissertation length fucking argument why it's like, oh, just get a wizard, cast summon animal.
To be fair, summon monster is actually one of the things that really does break that a bit. At the same time, a reasonably built group of bandits who aren't retards are going to very quickly break that.
I'm guessing because they are good at hunting animals.
No, because you can fucking disrupt spells that are in progress. It takes a little bit of that.
Do you concentration for summon spells? I legit don't know.
But one of the things a smart bandit will do is actually have a couple of their archers.
Just ready action.
So fucking common. Ready action to shoot the idiot if he casts. And archers are a dime a fucking dozen, and you don't have to hit very hard to make that a hard check, unless someone actually spent multiple feats being actually good at, casting.
Oh, combat casting, that thing that people never take, because that's worthless.
Why do combat casting when you can just stick your dick in meta magic feats?
Oh my god, combat casting is one of the most fucking necessary feats for
sorcerers.
Nope, rolling my dick around in meta magic.
Clerics.
Oh,
I'm gonna take craft magic potion.
Fucking clerics. Oh my god, that feat in clerics. Sorcerers, yeah. It's a nice boon for sorcerers. Battle sorcerer more, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I love that variant.
Meanwhile, I'll be honest, I still love that they just took meta magic away from wizards in 5e.
Well, not entirely. They gave most of it to sorcerers. There is one that is still a high-level ability for wizards.
Mm-hmm.
Maximize ended up being kept by wizards, but only Maximize.
Not all the others, but busted shit.
Well, to be fair, they also redid how Empower works. Empower no longer increases your damage.
Fuck.
it lets you reroll 1s and 2s, which, honestly...
A bit more balanced.
Yeah, but at the same time, honestly, really reliable and really
Yeah.
fun. Although completely fucking useless if you're playing a full-spec Storm Wizard. Or Storm Sorcerer. Storm Sorcerer is the third sorcerer type we've gotten so far. From the Storm Coast books, surprise, surprise. And they basically get to do so for all lightning and thunder spells and anyway, so why spend sorcerer points on it? On the other hand, they have a lot of weird perks. It's an interesting class. It's very... Storm Sorcerer is actually so far the sorcerer who wants to be closest to the enemy. They don't want to be in the front row, but they want to be in the second row. Because their entire thing is whenever they cast spells that are lightning and thunder, basically their magic goes slightly wild and strikes enemies near them. Yeah, it's interesting because it forces them to actually want to be close to the enemy, despite the fact that they're a sorcerer. But yeah, 5th edition has some cool stuff. Just then there's the things they fucked up, and oh man, when they fucked up. From what I've heard, Eldritch Knight came out well, both of the other fighter subclasses came out well. Just Ranger and Druid that kind of got shafted. Rogue came out really well, especially now that we have, Swashbuckler was the third one I think we got for them. Or fourth one. Fourth. Yeah, because we have Thief, Assassin, and fucking Arcane Trickster already, and then the new one was Swashbuckler. Because we got another one for. I'm trying to remember now. We got a couple more classes here and there, and they're nice. All of them so far have been well designed and actually work. Warlock is one of the better classes in the game, and they gave them a really weird set of mechanics, but they work. Basically, so you know how they were a partial caster in the past.
Oh, I mean, they weren't even really casters in 3.5.
Which weren't?
Warlocks.
But yeah, they were a little weird.
Well, the one in Complete Magic.
Yeah, they're still a bit weird, but they do get the ability to kind of cast a spell or two from a sort of normal list per, but they don't have, like, the slots. They just sort of have... Yeah, it's... Mostly they focus on their acts. They should. Also making Eldritch Blast absolutely fucking retardedly powerful. Dear lord.
Basically for when you want to play evil, saying. I still love the one description I read for, admittedly someone who was just really dismissive of pre-5e sorcerer. But I still love their description of the meta magic change. In 5th edition, sorcerers finally become a useful and viable class because someone finally realized that sorcerers should get something unique, meta magic, torn from the screaming hands of the most pampered brats of last edition.
No, that's not the druid. Sorry, it's true.
Okay, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that analysis is going off the fact that wizards and druids are basically played by the same people.
Not quite. But anyway, so what they did... Oh god. Yeah. The weird thing for wizards is, of course, they take their school.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit different on how that sort of works out, because they actually essentially have the most subclasses, but they're also some of the least interesting ones in many ways.
Yeah, because it's basically the old school specialization.
Except for without the downside.
Yeah, but speaking of, I'm not sure how much you actually follow Pathfinder and stuff, Kaze, since you started doing 5th edition.
Not much sense.
At some point, they actually added a whole new school of specialization for Wizard and Pathfinder.
Oh lord.
Called Sin Magic.
Okay, sounds dumb.
It's basically you pick one of 7 schools, each represented by one of the 7 deadly sins, and like you have gluttony for necromancy, lust for enchantment, sloth for conjuration, etc. And basically, it boils down to being more extreme specializations, because the benefit is that you get 2 additional spell slots in each spell level, but they both have to be for the same spell.
Weird. Because there was already the super specialist, although it's
yeah, but that in the restriction is that for the opposition schools, one, they are restricted schools, not opposition. You don't get those 2 schools at all, and you don't get to pick them. They are based on what they are chosen based on what your specialization is. So if you went with like transmutation, you'd be prohibited from casting enchantment or illusion spells. Which I don't know enough about casting to tell how good or bad an idea that is. But like the lore's kind of cool because they are the ones who basically go, no, fuck you. Our school is so good, and the only reason why it ever has any downsides is because we have to fix the impurities caused by these other schools of magic.
The other thing is the wizard subclass who gets maximized can only use it on 5th level or lower spells. And can only do so once a long rest, or they start killing themselves. They renamed it Overchannel.
Yeah.
But yeah, you take 2d12 fucking necrotic damage for each level of the spell.
Jesus.
If you try to keep overusing it.
That's a lot for a wizard. Unless they raise their hit die in 5th edition.
Well, a little. It's the same as Pathfinder.
D6?
Yeah. It's not 3-5 at least.
Yeah.
God, D4. So adorable. But yeah. But that's specifically the evocation school, aka the guys who get things like fireball.
Yeah.
So yeah. The other thing they do get is the better version of selective. But both sorcerer and wizard get a version of it though. The sorcerer's version can be used more freely, but does not work as good. But, yeah,
Oh wait, no, it's not 2 extra spells per day, it's 2 extra spell slot. Oh wait. Or is that spells per day?
That would be per day.
No.
Slots are your daily allocation.
Okay, sorry. For some reason I was thinking sorcerer, where like that's actual spells known.
No, that's separate chart.
Yeah. Yeah,
spells known is a separate chart for sorcerer.
Yeah.
Other thing they did in 5th edition is wizards are no longer fucked if their book gets stolen. I mean, they're fucked, but not as fucked.
Yeah, they can actually cast now, but they have a massive penalty.
No, not even a massive penalty. They just can't change their spells out until they get their hands on another book. They literally are stuck with whatever the fuck they memorized last, and that is it.
I will be honest. That's stuff like that is one of the reasons among many why I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to play a good like wizard or alchemist, because just having to depend on like outside sources for stuff like that.
Well, alchemist not that much. Really not that much. Alchemist actually ends up being pretty simple. There's a lot of stuff you can choose from when you make the character and when you level up, but you don't really change it out on the fly.
Well, no, because Alchemist has the Ragent bag that they can't do any of their stuff if they lose.
Well, so do quite a few other people. You have to have Holy Symbol as Paladin and Cleric.
Also, you can replace those items.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I remember right, the Radiant bag actually tends to be more expensive than like the Holy Symbol.
Well, a little bit. That's the holy symbol is
Also-
by far the cheapest.
Also,
Like,
well,
the holy
it
symbol
depends
just has
on-
to be a symbol of the deity. It can literally be
Yeah.
made out of whatever the fuck you want, is the big thing.
Yeah, but if you make it out of wood, you're just asking for the DM to take it away.
Well, yeah, that's why most people carry 8. This is also why you normally carry multiple.
Well, I'm saying that, like, in an emergency, you can get one made of wood. If it's like, oh, I lost the one I had that was made of, like, fucking gold.
Yeah.
You make a craft check, and you have to
Yeah.
I mean-
the value of a wooden one.
I mean, clearly this is why whenever you see like a fucking Inquisitor or librarian or something from 40K, they're just absolutely plastered in regalia.
Our paladin has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holy symbols openly displayed and 1 spare.
Also, you can just, like, strap one on your shield.
Well, no, actually, shields can actually be holy symbols.
Yeah, I know, Kaze.
You
That's
don't
what
even
I'm
have
saying.
to strap them on. You can actually
Yeah,
display
you
them.
strap, but you still have to have the symbol of your deity, which is a holy symbol,
Yes.
on the shield. Thus, you strap the symbol on your shield, and there you go.
You don't necessarily strap it on, but yeah.
Well, you can, depending on your deity.
Yeah. But that being said, yeah, his shield, his plate mail's chest piece,
You guys said strap it on.
both of his pauldrons.
Wait, is that 3 of your dudes that have afflictions?
Yep. And the 4th is getting close.
This run is not going well.
No, it's really not. At least not sanity-wise.
To be fair, oddly, you guys have been in pretty good health.
Oh yeah! Like, the combat situation has been fine, aside from everyone being bonkers. Which, you know, whatever.
It's just
I mean-
worse, too. I saw that.
Also, well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
God. How much longer can you last in here going like this?
Hopefully long enough to finish the dungeon, because I'm pretty sure that I'm close.
Yeah. Ow. Jeez.
Honestly, it's weird because my Vestal is the one who went, like, had the affliction first, and yet she's probably the
Yeah.
second farthest from actually going insane.
Yep.
It's just like, well, okay then. Damn it. Always so close to being able to kill shit, but I'm never able to. And my fucking leper keeps passing his turns at this point. Stop it. You need to kill things. It's your job. And now, yeah, now my fucking antiquarian is also crazy.
Ow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave. I can't finish this dungeon like this. I just don't have, like, the sanity reserves to last for, like, another 2 or 3 battles.
Well, yeah, that would be pushing it.
Nightmarish creatures can
Almost
be
possible,
fed,
but pushing
can
it.
be beaten.
Especially in the dark, where I gain more stress. Like,
Yeah.
You cannot learn a thing you think you know.
got a fuckload of money, though.
Oh, that's
So it wasn't
nice.
entirely a loss.
Yeah. Quest reward would have been nice, but that is a.
Oh yeah, I
fuckload of
really wanted that quest trinket, but
Let
Yeah,
me
well.
share with you the
that's how it goes.
come to know.
money. Now this team needs some time off. That's for sure.
Mhm.
Well, at least your coffers look good. Could be a lot worse.
I needed the money to deal with all 4 of those motherfuckers.
Well, I mean, you got enough that it was still a profit. Pretty decent one.
Yeah.
Just not as good as you wish it were.
Mm-hmm.
By a lot.
Yup.
Well, they'll be better in a bit. At least none of
I've
them
got a
really
lot of
got
good trinkets, though, so...
Like, at least none of them really got anything too severely permanent.
Yeah.
That's honestly the saving grace there. I think the worst you got there was bleed easier.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
Which,
Darkest
like, whatever, who cares?
For Darkest Dungeon, that's not really that bad.
Mm-hmm. Also, it's only 10%, which isn't that much.
Yeah, like, it's like, yeah, it's bad,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot of worse things you could have gotten. Oh,
Okay, so I have 3 people at level 3. I need to get one of my, like, frontline characters to level 3, so probably Reynald. Because if I can get him to level 3, then I can start taking on the next tier of dungeons. So, that'll be good. Because I actually have a pretty good team for that, because I have, like, basically the back 3 rows done. I only need a front row, so... Yeah, if I can just get Reynald, like, 1 dungeon in, and he'll be fine.
Reynald is nice and tough, so...
Mm-hmm.
That would go well. Well, I mean, profit.
Yeah.
Profit's at least a good start.
Money is good.
Pushing that dark run was a little too much.
Yeah. But I literally had, like, 500 gold.
Yeah, I know.
Like, and that was, I had to make decisions. Okay, do I get shovels, which are going to prevent me from losing 20% of my health and taking, like, 20 stress every time I run into a wall? I ran into 3, by the way. Or do I bring torches, which I can go without. Honestly, the run probably would have gone worse if I had brought torches instead of shovels.
Yeah, probably.
What's this about pistol whipping?
Nothing.
He had to leave. Decent profit, but...
Yeah, I had to abandon the quest.
Yeah,
So...
it wasn't going well.
It was not.
Did he actually lose any?
No, no one died, it's just that everyone got afflicted, so, this is going on now.
Like, he got a minor one that...
Mm-hmm.
You just had to pay for them to get, properly de-stressed, because they were fucking stressed.
Yeah. I'm going to hope that none of them got a heart attack from you leaving the quest.
No,
Nope.
they can't. Heart attacks are only in dungeon.
Okay, because I know that if you abandon a quest early, the stress of the people involved goes way up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why he had to literally shove them in the fucking...
Well, also, in town, it never goes over 100. The 200 in dungeons is literally only for if you're in a dungeon and you get to 200 stress, you will have a heart attack and die.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't do
It's gonna be a
that.
little while before they're useful.
Yeah. Well, it'll be 1 dungeon run, which, meh.
But anyway, yeah.
And this causes why he has like 20 dudes.
I have
Yeah.
27.
That's how you play this game.
Mm-hmm.
No, I thought you only had 21 because that on my screen.
Nah, it's a 7.
It's actually really tiny.
Yeah.
This is why I maximized it on one of my screens.
Well, I just actually. Oh right, because it'll have to be my TV and I'm lazy. I could
Like
technically
no
be watching this
keys.
on my TV's version of YouTube,
Or you could just...
which would actually possibly be better, because then my computer wouldn't be trying to do both that and the music I have playing, as well as browsing other tabs.
This shouldn't be taking much out of your computer, but okay.
I don't know, for some reason, like...
It's been constantly falling behind on its own.
YouTube or my laptop?
YouTube.
Ah.
I have to hit the go live button.
Oh, no, not that. Like, things have just been getting kind of choppy with Firefox whenever I try to do other tabs and the stream.
To be fair, a chunk of that is just Firefox right now.
Mm.
Their fucking restructuring is not going smoothly.
Hmm.
In fact, I would say it could actually kill the browser at this rate if they don't get their fucking shit together.
Okay, well, aside from those 4 people being absolutely insane. But they were all 4 level 1s anyway, so fuck them. I mean, aside from that, like the rest of my dudes are all doing good.
I mean, yeah,
I'm still leaving McDowell with his 1 disease because it's rabies. And that actually has an upside of giving him plus 15% damage at the cost of 10 accuracy. So.
That's not that bad.
Mm-hmm. It used to be way better, apparently. It used to just be like a -5 accuracy, which was fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Like, 10 is actually like a trade-off.
Yeah. It's at the point where you consider it, and depending what class they are, it might be like, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. Like, if that was on a leper, you probably wouldn't want to, because lepers all have, like, pretty inaccurate skills, but... I mean, most of the accuracy on all the bounty hunter stuff is like 90, 95, so...
Yeah, so
like... You'd think that in any situation, you wouldn't have to debate whether having a rabid leper around would be a good or a bad thing.
Well, having a rabid leper around is always a bad thing. Having a rabid bounty hunter around can go either way.
Honestly, I kind of hate the fact that...
Now, if I had a rabid highwayman... Well, I'm saying it can be an upside. Remember, it used to be basically only an upside whenever it had just 5 accuracy penalty.
It's still dumb.
I mean, I think it's kind of fitting. Just loose the rabid bounty hunter on him. Fuck him. I mean, the funny thing is that guy also used to have a quirk that was bloodthirsty, which I thought was hilarious. Got that removed from one of the random items.
Well. But yeah, that's.
Do I have another? No, I only have 1 great robber.
Got a few baseline issues, but the new content they've been adding has been solid, so. Honestly, I kind of hope in about 2 or 3 years they'll get frustrated with the fuck-ups that they didn't properly test and make a 5.5e, which will likely be spot on. Kind of the same way 3.5e happened to 3e, because 3e had...
Like, even I... Everything I know...
I'm gonna go ahead and stop there.
Terrible.